Oh, holy shit, the game corner's here. I heard he got really big. I heard this weekend Game Corner got really big. Now, that might be just a rumor, though. I heard that, but it might not be true. Why am I talking so weird? Maybe that might not be true? What am I doing? Bubble and Constrict run is crazy. Fortunately for us, that's not the run. Unfortunately, it's just Constrict. We can't even use Bubble, which would actually be better than being only limited to Constrict. So it's actually bad news. Hello! Hello! Why would you have two audios? That's crazy. Last video makes me confused if I'd love to go to Vegas with Shannon or terrified. Well, here's the thing. You can't reset in Vegas. I think it would be the shortest trip to Vegas ever. No Mario Mon? We're taking a day break in between. Because, bad news. Bad news. We lost at the champion. In our first run, we made it all the way through, but lost at the fucking champion. And I blame it all on a Destiny bond that happened against, I think it was against Piché. See, look, Sarah died very painfully. He had like 157 coins. He had 9,999. Yeah, but Shannon also reset like 100 times. I mean, I reset a lot too. I think Shep only reset like once. So really, Shep is the one you want to go with. Shep probably played the best overall. Is James a new patron? James was there before Howlin' and Zero Mega 3. Been there for a few weeks now. Casinos don't want you to know this, Chris, but they will let you reset as long as you bring a firearm. I don't think that works. I don't think that works. I don't think you can go to a casino with a firearm and then be like, you're gonna give me the money back, and then I'm gonna play again for fun. And it's gonna be the most fun thing on earth. It's gonna be so fun. I want to see. I heard that. I think it's Archie from Team Aqua's Hideout. In working on getting the Game Corner hack into the Emerald expansion, I think he wants to add, he or she or they, I actually don't know. I'll just say they. They want to add 2 mini games they made. Let me turn on my camera. See, this is going to be a scary stream. Thank you for the follow. Crispy Poniard. I like your name. It's reminiscent of my name. Archie's always working hard. This is true. I think there's 3 people attempting at the same time to get the Game Corner expansion into Emerald expansion. I think there's a total of 3 people right now. Excluding Doc, who's kind of like just playing with it. Everyone liked the stream! Where are all the Twitch friends? Yeah, Twitch is pretty empty right now. How many people are on Twitch right now? 2. It's kind of quiet right now. But there's been no ping, so I guess that makes sense. Master expansion fork with all the mini games would be sweet. It could happen. It could happen. People are working on it. Let's go, Crispy Potty Yard. Let's go. I will be on Twitch once I get home in like 35 minutes. You do what you do. Don't drive and watch streams at the same time. And type in chat. Twitch has its own unique ping. I'll be the obligatory Twitch hate watcher. Okay. Alright, that's fine with me. Do what you gotta do. Today we're gonna get back into Pokemon Sapphire, but the only move I can use is Constrict. And it's probably gonna be a grindy day today. We're probably gonna be chilling, vibing, and grinding. And not in the gross, weird way. Not in the Vegas way. Alright? I've been trying to brainstorm a minigame that can be done using the Overworld expansion. Using the Overworld expansion? I'm not sure. Constrict moment, this is true. We're also going to be giving away a Patreon subscription courtesy of Triz. We're going to spin a wheel to kick things off. Those people who emoted to Triz in the announcements channel are on the wheel, and we're going to give one away. If you're not on the wheel and you wanted to be on the wheel, we're going to do it again next month, so don't worry. This is the way it is. I got on Twitch just so it's more lively. Hell yeah. Welcome to the Twitch. Wonder which starter you'll choose? I've already started. We're already past Gym 1. We're trying to skip Gym 2 and beat May, if I remember right, which means we're going to grind up a tentacle, believe it or not. Because that's the best I can come up with. We're kind of walled. That is really sweet of Triz. That's true. I've been playing a Mystery Dungeon ROM hack. On a related note, my heart aches. Those are those very different things. Welcome to the stream. I hope it's not a physical ache. And that's an emotional ache, because that's easier to get past. Talking yourself into the chat is kind of weird. What are we doing? We're going to be giving away a Patreon subscription to those who are on the wheel. If you're not on the wheel, you can join the wheel next month. We'll set it up in the Discord so you can. And then we're going to play Pokemon Sapphire, but we can only use Constrict. The exciting thing about this run, by the way, the exciting thing... I don't know why I'm acting like a politician right now. The exciting thing is we have ID number 69. Which is the biggest thing ever. Best thing that's ever happened to me, maybe. It's like having your firstborn child. You hate YouTube ads? I hate YouTube ads and Twitch ads. I just hate ads. Yes, we do have a shiny Zigzagoon, too, in the run, which is just silly, because we don't really need it. But it's kind of goated to have a Zigzagoon with the ID number 69 that's shiny. My boss asked me to come in at 5 in the morning instead of 6:45, and that's why I'm currently ignoring her. That's so early. I don't blame you. I would say I went to bed early. I was big tired and didn't feel good. Sorry, I didn't see your message. That's annoying. Also, we got a ping. It just says live. That is the most boring ping in the world. That's the most boring one yet. Chrispiche, you gotta get better at this, pal. You're getting worse. Already worked 12 hours? Yeah, I don't blame you at all. That sucks. If it's out of office hours, it's no longer my problem. I had a problem with that for a long time. I used to work 70, upwards of 80-hour weeks, and I didn't have to. It made things go really smooth, and it made me an overall success at the cost of my mental and physical health for like 2 years. And it sucked. Like double the work for nothing. I gotta be careful with what I'm saying, by the way. I'm under NDAs and whatnot. Thing I got was a fitness gram pacer test. Sorry, I was feeling creative. There's a universe where Zigzagoon was given the Eevee treatment. Where Zigzagoon was made a starter in its own game. And was treated very highly by society and perhaps got like upwards of 7 evolutions. Paladin, hello, welcome to the stream. I don't know what the goon tree is. But I'm happy for you, pal. Let's go, goon. Oh, you mean the Zigzagoon tree. In my head, I was imagining a tree where people go to shoot ropes on the tree. And I really wish that didn't go in my head because it kind of ruined my night. On that note, why don't we spin a wheel? Why don't we jump into the Patreon wheel that Triz has thrown together? I want to say that there is like around 10 names. And I have to ask some questions for Triz. Because I need to better understand what a couple of the options are on the wheel. What is the 25 and what is the 10? What are we working here on the 25 and the 10? The ropes are for a tire? It was not nice out here today. It was nice out yesterday, though. You're going to upgrade the membership. Oh, so it's a double spin. Okay. All right. Well, then this is a little bigger than I thought it would be. If I land on $10, it upgrades the membership. If I land on $25, it upgrades the membership. If I land on a name, they got to leave with whatever the membership is that they get. I see Nicole, I see Tyler, I see Joe Broski, I see Jay, I see Smokey, I see McFisto, I see Blue Kirby, I see Transfemme Princess. Any one of you could get this free Patreon? Let's see what it's gonna be. The winner is McFisto, which, by the way, is kind of a fucking insane name. I've never really thought about before. It's a McFist. Congratulations! You have won a $5 subscription to the Patreon. With this subscription, you can kind of be involved in Patreon stuff. Congratulations. It's not bad. You do get to view bonus content and have opinions on the bonus content and influence the bonus content. This is good. This is a good thing. Congratulations. Speaking of, we got to set up a poll for Patreon. All right, that was fun. That was a fun little thing that just happened. You get to choose Chris's torture for the month. Well, I saw people were kicking around and actually a pretty normal stream, surprisingly. But it could be torture. It's not up to me. Hopefully it's not torture. Please assume the position. What do you mean by that? I think Blue Kirby is not a lurker, but a VOD watcher perhaps, or just a video watcher at this point due to being busy, if I had to guess. There'll be happy fun times? I hope so. I like happy fun times. Those are times that I enjoy. I'm also sweating. Holy God. I'm really sweating. Also, I'm kind of quiet today. This should be a little better. Be missing out on live stream shenanigans. This is true. This is very true. Anyways, I'm happy to just jump into the run today because it's going to be very grindy anyways. It's going to be a lot of running around and fighting shit. So let's put on some fishing music, some chill fishing music. Much better. Wow. It's like the good parts of Feebass Friday all over again. But only the good parts. Our team is quite high leveled right now for the most part. We have a level 22 Shedinja this early. We have a level 18 Marshtomp, a level 20 Ninjask, a level 20 Droomish. It is Duck Sim music, technically. And a tentacle named Rayquaza, who's about to become our boy. It was only good parts for the viewer, not for the streamer. Okay, I do need to check something real quick. I do need to be careful here. I'm out of the loop because we haven't played this in a few weeks. We have to fight May. I believe that was the choice because we wanted to get a Roselia. Can you explain the tentacle name for the uninitiated? Yeah, we wanted the name Rayquaza on a tentacle. That's about it. Let me look up May's team real quick, because I'm pretty sure it's like Grovyle, Wingull, Numel. Something like that. We chose Mudkip. Grovyle, Numel, Wilmer. Ah, yes, so the problem is every one of these mons hit Shedinja, and we have no way through Grovyle. Grovyle just wins every time. Because we can only hit it with Constrict, and we do not have the defense. So I think we're trying to stall. I think that's the prospect. And Tentacool has a small deterrent from Absorb, if I believe correctly, because Grovyle can't regain health against it with Liquid Ooze. So I think the goal is to get it to try to use Pursuit a bunch on Tentacool and friends, so that we can stall it out of Pursuit without having to switch, because that doesn't work. And then we can use Shedinja to win, if I remember correct. And I think I was stupid and forgot that I had an Oranberry on one of my mons, so I lost an Oranberry, if I remember correctly. What's happening, Piché people? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. I think I already said welcome to you, but welcome again. Lack of Eevee in Gen 3. What about Fire Red and Leaf Green? What about Eevee? Oh, what are we talking about? Tried putting on an old VOD while walking my parents' dog around town, but I started laughing to myself around town. He looks like a freak. I think we want to get Skitty up for the possibility of Cute Charm. I think this is a male Skitty, which is kind of stupid and risky, but it is what it is. Along with Effect Spore. And then Tentacool up. So we're going to be grinding for a bit. We'll be sitting here for a little while. I also don't know everyone's movesets. It is a Constrict only run. Yes, yes, yes. Or Femboy Delcatty. Thought it was a myth like the Shuckle Stream a concept? No, we're probably getting a Shuckle Stream 2 this week. We're going to be doing this, Mariomon, and Shuckle, I think. That's the plan anyways. That's what we're all hoping for. Everyone in chat is praying for this right now. And I'm excited to get back into Mariomon because it only gives me the opportunity to try new mons.
How are you today, Streamerman?
I'm alright.
Hashtag Team Raw Dog 2025. Hashtag Crisis Note Averted. Hashtag Bush Trimmer. Hashtag Happy
Bush Trimmer?
Accidents. Hashtag Meow Piché.
Wait, no, we can't do
meow,
hashtag Bush Trimmer.
Meow,
we can't.
meow,
we can't have
meow,
hashtag Bush Trimmer.
Meow, 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 meow.
I don't think we can do that one.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh God.
Meow, meow, meow.
Good Lord.
Meow, meow.
Which were your favorite captures? Thank you for the donation, by the way. I don't think we could do Bush Trimmer. I think my favorite captures. I fell in love with the Cheep Cheep because it was so good. Like out of nowhere, just unexpectedly, it was Marini. And it ended up being so good. I would say other captures I really liked. It's kind of hard to say because there were captures that I really wanted that I didn't get. For example, I really wanted King Boo and I didn't get King Boo. And I really wanted Rex, but I didn't get Rex. And I really wanted Cataquack, but I didn't get Cataquack. Ant was goated. The Ant was extremely goated. Cannon's creative was not wrong day one when they said, yeah, just you wait, the Ant is incredible. 100% right. 100% true. That Ant is up there on my list. I also really liked using Yube, and it was really sad when it got Destiny bonded into nothing. It was actually one of the saddest moments ever, and the depression hit me after the stream really hard. Because when we wrapped up that battle and we lost, I was kind of like, that's okay, it was just run one. And then I realized what had happened all the way. Hey, the other good news, though, is that now we finally have knowledge. We have done all the required battles in the game. We have seen a lot of the encounters in the game. We know there's legendaries if we need to get legendaries. It's suddenly not a blind run anymore. So I think it's a shoo-in as long as we get our captures. And we know to just hatch the Yoshi in the castle as fast as possible so that we don't waste an encounter. Because we could have got King Boo through that. Also, the worm was great. There was a bunch of really clutch mons in that run. Dry Bones was kind of a sad disappointment. Also, everyone liked the stream. God, why do we have to start at level 8? Or level 7 even? I'm not going to fight this thing. It probably is a wing attack. Are you going for a new team? Nuzlocke allow you to pick and choose. Nuzlocke allow you to pick and choose. They let you choose your starter. I do want to try one of the other starters. I don't think I want to go with PD Piranha this time. I almost feel like I was...
Are you planning to shiny hunt in the game corner?
Not today. My plan is to do what no one else is going to be able to do in the game corner. And that's because I'm continuing to work on it. My plan is to have a full run dependent on gambling developed. And I talked a bit about it last night in the Discord. But I'm setting up a game mode where everything is dependent on gambling. You have to do gambling to do anything. And also there's Nuzlocke settings and challenge modes and stuff. I did lose Mariomon. I lost the last battle. I lost the champion fight. Because my team was too bare at that point. What happened was we got Destiny bonded on our Yube, which was terrible in the Peach battle, which I didn't even know could happen. It scared the shit out of me. And then because we lost Yube, We lost one of our key resistances in the Kamek fight. So then, like, our whole team was weak to Kamek, except for 2. And then we lost a bunch of Mons. I would have helped. Maybe. It's very possible. Diaper Boy 759, one of the greatest names I've ever seen in chat. Hello. Thank you for the membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris P got one. That's huge. That's a big deal. Look at that. And it's a hot dog. That's an even bigger deal. That's a whole year. That's wild. Having Shedinja in this run is so nice. It is making grinding so much better. It's so much better. Silk Scarf Shedinja. Keeping it dry. I don't think I want to hear... Well, no. I do want to hear that Diaper Boy's keeping the diaper dry. That's a good thing. I was imagining that you had already shit in the diaper, and I was like, that's not good. Your name was Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon. What if it was Crispy Chicken Nuggets? What is it? Yoob? Y-O-O-B is how you spell it. It's the gigantic fuck-off Yoshi alien from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. And I'm really surprised that that was what Yoshi evolves into. I was very surprised about that. Sorry for spoilers for anyone that just kind of erupted out of me. We don't need hashtag bush trimmer. That's not something... I don't think YouTube would take too kindly to that one. If I'm gonna keep it a full stack here. We don't need that. We don't need that. Imagine we find a second shiny Zigzagoon. Imagine a world where we run into 2 shiny Zigzagoons and they both have ID 69 and they're both on this team. Imagine that world. No shit here. That horrifying monster you were not allowed to fight in Partners in Time because gaming is disappointment. No, it ate you in the game. You got to fight the monster inside of the monster. I don't think that's that disappointing. I think it kind of makes sense. Thematically, anyways. Secret C1! Oh, Sarah thinks Spike Top solo run. I wonder if Spike Top would be good. If Spike Top got body press, and I don't know if it does, it could. We didn't find out. It could have. It might have been really good. Who's just being a sad sack? It's okay, we have our days. How do you get Gengar? Because I think it's in Fire Red. You trade a Haunter. As long as it's not in Diamond and Pearl. I'm for Mario Mon. What Skitty is for PMDDX. Mew has no friends. Play ROM hack with evolutions, trade evolutions turned off. Level up. Get Gengar. Or if you're playing Scarlet and Violet, you can just trade someone and they give you a Gengar. It's the opposite of Diamond and Pearl. It is the exact opposite. I need something out of context to make art of. What if I fart in the microphone? Don't draw that. Never draw that. Don't draw that. Do not draw that. And I'm serious. I'm serious this time. Don't draw that. That's gonna fall in the category of fetish, and it's not gonna go over well for anyone. That was serious. That was a serious don't draw that. We don't need to clip that. The linking chords in Arceus. Oh, I forgot that was a thing. I feel like we're at the point in time where, like, most people who have the Pokemon games have Wi-Fi. They have access to internet. Most people, I would probably think, pay for the Nintendo Online thing. We don't need to go to the store and also buy an additional link cable. They should just make, like, an evolution item for trade Pokemon. Even if it's post-game, I don't care. They should just do that. They should just make it in all games at this point in the game. Vape. Vape. Arceus. Did I say Arceus? I meant Arceus because Arceus implies the arse phone. And I don't want an arse phone. That's how you get pink eye and an ear infection. Real gamers buy a second console and a copy of the game. Real gamers, hey, real gamers go into their Discord and say, does anyone have the game I really want, Scizor? That's what real gamers do. And then they find out later that you can just catch Scizor. They can steal my money from my rotting carcass. I feel like there's probably tons of art out there of Vaporeon vaping. And way more art of Vaporeon steaming, and I don't want to look at that one. What is an Ars phone? Well, it's what you get in Legends Arceus, as opposed to Legends Arceus, where you get the Arc phone. I feel like I'm gonna get, like, carpal tunnel from play. I feel like in that video we just dropped, I feel like one of the old people to slot machines when I'm doing the grinding for this. Because you have to hit Constrict so many times. You have to hit so many Constricts. Or you just get paralyzed. 3 times in a row. Why did you even say that? You're trying to get me banned. I'm not trying to get you banned. It was a joke, and then I realized that you would actually do it after the joke, and then you just don't bring that to life. Just don't do it. Go above and beyond what you think you can and can't do. And don't do it. Don't get carpal tunnel. The surgery's unpleasant. I already have ulnar tunnel. I already have it. I do nerve glides and nerve flossing every day. You have any wrist stretches you could do? One of my coworkers was showing me a wrist stretch today. And I found out that in my arm that I use, like my dominant arm that I don't have ulnar tunnel in, I got that wiggle on lockdown. I can roll my hand around like nothing. But on this arm, I can't keep my forearm straight and I can't really do it. I can kind of do it. We don't need a hashtag bush trimmer. Stop it! So I wanted mud skipper on stream once and it helped. I have like a, when I went to the, what's it called? What's the type of therapy you get for your arms? Occupational therapy. When I went to OT, they gave me like a big diagram thing of all the stretches you could do. And it turned out I didn't need half of them. But they're sitting in here somewhere. And I really should do them more. Or maybe just work at my computer less. I had to step away from my phone and all I came back to was I have that wiggle on lockdown. I do! Nobody got the wiggles like I do. When I got the wiggles, it's like I got the zoomies. And when I got the zoomies, it's like I go, arr, arr! I'm gonna get evicted. I wonder if that Discord member is up to date. It probably isn't. I think I turn it. You know what I have to do? I think I have to turn the Discord thing back on. I had to turn it off because so many people were joining the Discord in one go. Oh no, it is on. It might be up to date. So many people were joining the Discord in one blast that it started to cost me so many credits on the API I was using that I thought I was going to go broke. I'm not a furry. Is this going to flood the notification sounds all at once? No, it has nothing to do with notification sounds. Yeah, the Discord warned us. They were like, you're getting raided by bots. It's over for you. Shut it down. Shut it down. But it was not a raid of bots. I'm glad you found the restraint. We are grinding Shadow Blades. We are. Today's going to be a mostly chill stream. Oh, we learned Constrict! Oh! No way! That's the move I wanted!
If I made what you suggested, would you like it in your DMs?
No.
Also, hashtag bush trimmer. Remember, I
Don't
said not
make
to
it.
say it. Meow.
Do not make it.
Meow.
I wouldn't look at it.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Thank you for the $5. I wouldn't look at it. I would say, why did you do this? Why did you do this? Don't make it. Don't do it. Go above and beyond your strength. There's a raid of Shadow Legends. I saw Stream Elements has this thing where you can take sponsorships dependent on your Twitch status level. And I got offered And I think it's like a blanket across the board. If you're an affiliate, you probably get this. I got offered a Raid Shadow Legends one. And it's based on if people sign up and if they play the game. And I was like, wait, but I wouldn't want people to sign up and play the game if I ever advertise this. That's horrible. So I just ignored it. I said, no. One of these days I will draw something for Chris, but it'll be a gag. That has not been relevant in months. I think that's a good idea. I support. I support. We need in on this. Do you mean the Game Corner, or do you mean Raid Shadow Legends? Because this was before the Game Corner thing dropped. Chris, think about it. You could brand it as Piché Shadow Legends. I don't want that branding. I don't want to be that guy. Like, if I'm going to take a sponsorship, what would be a good sponsorship for me? I would take Mint Mobile back. I would do Mint Mobile again. I would do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with Mint Mobile. I think Mint Mobile is fine. But not for a bush trimmer. Okay, what if I did a Weed Whacker? What if I did a Weed Whacker sponsorship? I said, well, this is the best bush trimmer in the United States. And it was zoomed in on my face, and then it zoomed out. And then you saw the actual hedge trimmer or Weed Whacker. Yeah, Mint Mobile is not bad at all. What's your opinion on the EV culling in Hoenn? In Hoenn, you can only get mods on the Hoenn decks. You can still get EV in the game. It just has to be transferred. It has to be traded from Fire Red, Leaf Green, or from XD. So I really don't, like, as someone who grew up with all the games and all the cords needed to make the games compatible, it has no bearing on my life. There are not many thoughts about it in my brain. Much rather see a Raid ad than another goddamn Manscaped ad. Okay, but I think Manscaped isn't like a bad product. I do think Raid Shadow Legends is kind of a dog shit product. I know Manscaped is everywhere, but people take it because it's not technically a bad product. Like, you get your value out of what you pay for it. Dollar Shave Club is the same way. It's just like a fair price for the product you're getting at the end of the day. If I remember right. There should be a 1 in 8,192 chance for move animations to be in a different color. Oh, like Hydro Pump is yellow and Sludge Bomb is brown? Cat's enjoying the cuddles. Oh, I'm sorry, the song just changed. I'm sorry that you're trying to enjoy the music and I'm sitting here making fart jokes and poo jokes. I'm at work, so I can't hang around, but the new Game Corner video turned out amazing. Thank you, Shep. I appreciate that. All the credit really goes to Shao for that one. The project was me. The video was Shao. I just narrated it, really. And then I edited the part with us. And now I'm kicking myself because I didn't put a Shannon counter. I didn't put a Shannon reset counter, and just every day I wake up and I'm upset. Gonna go back to work and VC so later, Piché. All good. I hope work goes well. Thank you for jumping in and stopping by. My mustache is not so pointy. I shaved it a little bit higher than usual because the pointiness was bugging me. And I had to get all gussied up because we had important people in our office at work today, and I can't say more because of NDAs. Chris is a fedora. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Raid Shadow Legends is gambling and a digital product that could vanish at any time. Manscaped is like grooming products of trade. Trim your balls. And trimming your balls? Way higher value than playing dog shit game that only has functional fun in it if you pay for it. And then you end up getting hooked on it like gambling, and then you pay. Because functionally it is slow, and the only way to speed it up and actually play the game is to put money into it. Other than that, it's fucking boring. You're a fed, Chris. I'm not a fed! But I like to be fed. Today, my plan was... They had appetizers at work. My plan was eat so many appetizers that I don't have to buy dinner. I didn't have to go to the grocery store. And then I would be free food for the evening. And then I started eating the appetizers, and they were like little chicken and waffles and egg rolls that were fried and little fried dumplings. And I realized that I was just eating all fucking fried food, and my stomach began to ache after like 2 bites. So my plan failed, and I got Uber Eats. I ended up spending more money for a background. I was excited to see. I do agree that Manscaped is probably a good, if not great, product, but good God, every ad I've seen for it has been gross and not even funny gross, like greasy gross. That's why you get someone like good old Chris Piché in the mix, and suddenly you do a quick belly laugh to the ad. Until 3 ads in, and I get tired of doing it, and then it becomes an even more boring, even more gross ad. And that's how it would go. You'd have like one ad of clarity, one ad of enjoyment, and then the rest would stink. You get a tummy ache? That's exactly what my coworker said to me, bar for bar. Look, after that Taco Bell we had on stream the other night too, sweet Lord, my stomach has been a mess. It's been a mess. It's pretty overpriced for just an okay product. I wouldn't be able to tell you for sure. This is just what I've heard from the grapevine, aka my brother, that it's pretty damn good. But I don't know for sure because I don't own the product. Gamba bad, as we've learned. We have learned that Gamba bad, but we've also learned that Gamba fun. Those are the 2 things we've learned. Just say hi to Twitch chat. Do it. Say hi. Say hello, Twitch chat. Hello. I have a twin brother, believe it or not. But we don't look alike. We're fraternal twins. Thank you. I try every day to look human. Every day. Nobody believes me. So that means a lot. Hello, Mario. Hello, Luigi. Never used anything sponsored on YouTube. I want to say I've used some things, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Looking very tall and not fake. Thank you. This is the best day of my life. What have I used that's a YouTube product? What have I used that's something on YouTube? I've used honey, and I will never use honey again. I think I used it once when I was in college. What else have I used that's sponsored on YouTube? I don't know. Is there... Okay, anyone in chat, is there any product out there that you got, not necessarily because it was a YouTube ad, but you got and it's a YouTube ad? Coke. What kind of channels are you watching, man? What channels out here are you watching? Or I don't even know if you mean the soda or the drug. Honey is a scam, and that's why the bees are dying. Yes, 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 yes. Buying TikTok ad stuff, that's way more dangerous. That is so much more dangerous. You're playing fucking... You're talking about gambling for real. Filmora Pro. What is that one? What is Filmora Pro? I've never heard of that one. Both drugs and soda. Mr. Beast. That sentence is crazy. Did I even heal my Pokemon? Did I go back to the Pokemon Center and not heal? This episode is sponsored by my drug dealer, Tom. He's pretty quick and he charges a fair price. I got a good deal on a G. Didn't know about TCG Pocket until you saw an ad. Did YouTubers get sponsored by TCG Pocket? Is this a thing? Because why not me? Probably because I make ROM hacks and the Pokemon Company probably doesn't like me. Secretly a Kick streamer. He's an industry plant tasked with getting us addicted, so we swap platforms. No, then here's the proof. The proof is in the pudding here. I'm chaotic good, not chaotic evil. Or maybe chaotic neutral. But either way, not evil. Over half my YouTube ads are for TCG Pocket. Are they sponsorships, though? Or is it like ads you get from the YouTube ad player? It's a free editing software. Interesting. Shout out to Zilly Zephyrus. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Donate to your local Pokemon shelter. One thing I'm considering, because it was mentioned to me last night by Queenie in the mod chat in the Discord, and I thought through it quite a bit. I am thinking about implementing a secret house that's accessible the back way by a cut when the first time you need to access it, that is owned by the mob and or a new team in Emerald in the Game Corner expansion, where you can trade your Pokemon for coins, and every day they have a big price Pokemon they're looking for. So you get more coins for that specific Pokemon that's random every day. And also, if you have a shiny Feebas or a shiny Shuckle, they're worth more. Yes, we're opening the Pokemon black market. Finally. Society has wanted it for so long, and we're going to do it. All down for mob market mons. Oh, wait, did you say that you want to enslave and trade Pokemon for gambling? Now this is what I've been waiting for. Aaron is Precious Bean. It could randomly roll Aaron. Could say Aaron is the #1 maximum coin of the day. Pokemon. Interact with a mob for money. We could also do what Mario Mon has done. We could say, well, let's set up a loan system where the sharks will go after you. Am I still allowed to shop at the black market if I'm... Okay, I'm not going to read that. Might be the cutest mon ever. It's up there. It is an adorable mon that turns into a giant fucking Goliath. What did Clove say? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Will you donate, Chris? To the market that's looking for Pokemon? If my run requires it. I've already implemented a Nuzlocke mode, so that toggle works now. I've implemented the template for all arcades and casinos in every town going forward. I set it up so that if you're in Nuzlocke mode, you can only use gacha machines once per town, but I'm kind of open to suggestions if... Whoops. Oh, I might be high enough level to do this. No, I'm not. There's an electric type. I might not know any attacks, though, at this level. I completely lost my train of thought there. I'm open to suggestions to how to get more encounters, because 15 encounters in the whole game is really small, even if they're completely random. And they're kind of set up so that you're gonna get different varieties. Like, there's different gacha machines, so you get different, like, base stats, no matter what. Insanity thy name be, Chris. Good luck with this. I don't need luck. Yeah, I do. I need luck. I thrive off of luck. Twitch is better than YouTube? I think if you're a sub, Twitch is better than YouTube. If you're a sub to the person you're watching, Twitch is better than YouTube, is what I have deduced. Unless you want to rewind, or if you just get bored and you want to jump to something else, because if you're not sub to the next person, then you're going to get into ad hell. If you're on YouTube, I think the ads are much more tolerable. The ones on Twitch are brutal. And you can turn off ads on the YouTube one if they get brutal. Did you get the emote thing? Oh, speaking of emotes, I think we were talking about this in the mod chat. I think our next dono goal will go towards the animators. Obviously, some of it will go to editing. Everything goes to editing. If you remember the diagram, Shal is the big rich guy at well, we're the little thin guy with the big chin, the water. I think we want to put a giant chunk of our next donation goal to go to the animators, so we can get some new emotes, we can get some new animated backgrounds. They're called my friends. I'm from Newgrounds. I'm an animator. That's my background. I know a lot of animators. And Tyro and Line Thickness have helped me set up a lot of animations on the channel already. For example, anytime someone follows or subs or becomes a subscriber to the YouTube or donates, those animations are by line thickness. The feedbacks in the fan art section of the stream, the fan art scene, that's by Tyro. A lot of the stuff in the Discord is by them. They've been a giant help, a gigantic help. But I'd like to give them some cash to work with to do some more assets for the stream, if I can. You haven't made any new animations. The Big Bang happened, Chris. You can't say you're an animator anymore. I animate for work, actually. Actually, that's my job. I animate all the time, actually. I do it like 5 days a week, actually. I prefer to watch on YouTube because there's a lot more I can watch here, but I do prefer the chatting environment on Twitch a lot better. Not many people use it on our stream. You put that gripper down. Never. It's not on Halo PC, so it doesn't count. It counts! It's how I survive and have a home. It's how I have shelter. I can exit Twitch and go to Discord stuff and still watch stream, with YouTube stream stops playing because I don't have premium. That's annoying. I didn't know that. Just do what I do? What do you do? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pronounce it. We don't get the funny, so it doesn't count. I don't get to make many funnies animating anymore. I get ideas all the time, too. Like, an idea will pop into my head, and then I'm like, that will take a month. I don't have the time for that. Which is kind of a shame. One of the things I've always wanted to do is I always wanted to make an animated series. Like my own cartoon. And I have had ideas. I have scripted out stories. And I never went through with it. And I always get caught up at the character design part. But now I just don't have the time. A chrispiche shame. I live in animation. I do. This is a drawing tablet I'm using as my monitor. The wage cage. We're all with you, brother. We're all with you. With the gluten-free guy being the animation series, I don't see why not. I like Eustace. It is a mine-in, and it's a low % chance. Isn't it like somewhere between 1 and 5? Learning more Chris lore? This is true. If you ever watched the Delicious James episode where Kush and I were invited on to draw a Pokemon as fast as we can and try to guess what the Pokemon is that was picked at random, I'm relatively okay at that, and that's because I have an artist background. I went to school for it. With the gluten full guy be created. I don't know what that sentence means. What sucks about my animation channel is I ended on both the highest note and the lowest note possible, where Winnie the Pooh entered the public domain, so I made a video that implies Piglet eats his ass. Doesn't show it, doesn't say it, but it implies it. And that's the last thing that went on Halo PC that was animated, which is kind of insane when I think about it. Imagine going to school. It was kind of dumb of me. I went to like a business/engineering school and did animation and video editing. How do you feel about your art school education? I was going to go for art originally. I feel as though the biggest part of it is if you're trying to get into the business world side of things and not like break into like an artistic community, if you're trying to break into a business community doing graphics or animation or video editing, it's good to have that degree. That degree helps you really get moving and get off your feet quick in that regard. Number 2, what's good about it is networking. Whether that's just meeting people who are doing the same thing as you, meeting talented people, learning from talented people, becoming friends and having partnerships and relationships with talented people, and even your professors. Having your professors who are talented and have worked in the industry and have done exactly what you're trying to do is really valuable. The downside, you can basically do all that without the education too. You don't need it to do any of that. And all of that, we have the internet. Most of that's accessible these days. if you just, have the drive to do it. The only thing that really helps you is specifically the degree. Drawing furry Rule 34 can net you a huge bank. This is true. This is true. What happened to Kush? Kush is still around. Him and I were talking last night. I am not Delicious James. I would not have any answers to that on their channel, on their behalf. Kush and I have been kicking around ideas personally, though. That's how I felt about it, though. I decided to go for a different degree later due to health issues instead. I'm sorry about the health issues. Look, I'm glad I went to college, and it's more so for the social reasons, the networking reasons, and the degree. And that's basically it. Like, I enjoyed college. I enjoyed art school. I felt like I learned some really cool things, and I felt like there's a lot of stuff that I already knew that I was being taught in college, which felt kind of useless. Like, I remember, if you look at Heyo PC, there's one video on my channel that's called, what's it called? Morning Brew. And it's a video where I get in a bathtub full of coffee, and that's the video. That was a school project I did, and I specifically remember it was one of our first projects to do that was a video. I was excited about it because I was like, finally, we're doing some video editing. And I realized that nobody in my class had ever edited a video before except me. Nobody had gone out, just sat down and filmed something and then threw it into an editor. And I was already using like Premiere and After Effects at this point. Nobody had ever touched any of them shits in my class. And I thought that was crazy. That seemed really insane to me. Because if you're going to go to school for something, you should try it first so you don't spend the money, in my opinion. You should make sure, or at least do your best to ensure that it's something you want to do. And I guess some people could have not been able to afford editing tools. But I fucking pirated them shits when I was in high school. I go to university, but I don't think I'd be able to get a career for what I would go for. Now that's just the wrong way to look at it. The way I look at everything is, I don't care, I'm going to learn how to do it. I don't care, I'm going to do it. I don't care, I'm going to do it. I don't care, I have the idea, I really want to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's the way I look at life. And that works out for me. You can look at life however you want, but I think if you go with an attitude into anything, thinking you can't do it, you won't do it. And that's something I think I've talked about before. That's the way I view life. A lot of the time, if you're already doing something in an art field, you don't have to go to school for it. That's true. That is true. I don't think it's necessary, but I will say I enjoyed my time in art school. Or it wasn't even art school. It was school for art in my degree in media. There are open source editing tools even if you don't pirate things. That's true. That's true. But I think back then it was less accessible. Today it's very accessible. DaVinci Resolve does exist, and it's actually very good. You could get away using DaVinci Resolve your whole life if you wanted to be a video editor, and there would be nothing wrong with that. I started off knowing the basics plus some in Photoshop, and a lot of my time was spent helping my neighbors figure things out, which I was happy to do. I spent like no time, because my whole time was spent trying to learn Maya, my least favorite program on the planet. While everyone else's was part learning Maya, part learning Premiere, part learning Photoshop, part learning Illustrator, part learning After Effects, part learning Animate. And I had those tools down, but I was terrible with Maya because I hated it. DaVinci Resolve, you say? DaVinci, you say? What do the DaVinci twins sound like? They're like, today we're going... No. What do they sound like? It's us, DaVinci! What are we doing today? Throw the ball! There's something like that. Every animator I know hates Maya. And with reason, with good reason. That program fucking sucks. I hate it. It made me not want to do 3D animation. I wish I learned Blender. I wish I learned it. Because our college had us do... And this is another negative of college. All the computers had Maya on them and they were paying for licenses for Maya. Or they got sponsored by some idiot to do Maya. So we all learned Maya and I hated it. I hated it. And every time I tried to render anything or even animate anything, the computer just fucking crashed and I'd lose it. So I used to have to go to the studio at like, I'll say 6 p.m. and I would sit there waiting for the damn thing to render, watching it to make sure it doesn't crash until class the next morning. And it was miserable. I hated every second of it. How much PP does Spike get? Not much. Is Maya at least hot? No, Maya is a dirty sack of shit. Someone's gonna clip that, and someday Maya is gonna be really hurt. I've been really interested in radio lately, but it doesn't seem feasible where I live, and I don't want to move, but now I'm shifting a little. I've been thinking about writing a book. Writing a book takes little to no resources. If you have an iPhone or a smartphone, you can write a book. It would be painful, but you could do it. That's 100% something you can just do as many times as you want. There are free resources out there to keep the book in cloud storage. And if you wanted to get it published, it just takes a little bit of cash. Exactly. You could just open a Google Docs. That's a free resource to store the book you're writing. And then for radio is kind of a hard field, I think, to break into, but it doesn't mean it's not worth trying. Because if you don't try, then you'll never have tried. You see what I'm getting at there? Do you see that? Do you see that? That means 10 years from now, you'll never be in radio if you don't try to get in radio. See how that works? Radio is dead these days. It still exists, though. There's internet formats of radio that are out there. Think of how many fucking podcasts are out there. That's radio. Doesn't necessarily mean you got to turn on the radio in your car to be a radio voice. There's all kinds of morning shows that stream both to the radio and to the internet or to the Apple Store or to Spotify. A radio is basically just a podcast. Writing is very worth it as a hobby. I never got into writing. I was pretty good at writing, but I never enjoyed it that much. I like writing when it's when it's like for a video. When I know I can make jokes and I can represent them in a visual format. Video killed the radio star. But now you can combine both. Now you can have the best of both worlds in a way. You miss every move you don't click. Exactly. Wrote poetry in middle and high school. I always felt weird about doing poetry. Because I never, felt strongly about anything when I was in high school, other than, what's for dinner, and there's a girl that I like in high school, when I was in high school. And I never felt, for class projects or whatever, I never felt any, passion towards writing poetry, personally, because I was like, I'm just writing a poem because I have to write a poem. Oh, he likes girls, huh? Oh, this channel sucks. Why not just keep Shit Engine in the front? Because I'm trying to switch train Rayquaza. Shit Engine makes it free. We're not doing great. If I use Constrict here a bunch, look how much damage I'm doing and how much damage I'm taking, and now I'm paralyzed. It's just 100% of the time guaranteed we're going to win the battle if we use Shit Engine. I thought this was the gay zone! Forever dream job is narrative design for video games. I took a class on that, and the clip is somewhere out there. It's somewhere in the Discord. Maybe, I don't know if Joe Broski's here. Joe Broski might remember it. I took a narrative writing class for video games specifically because I was at Worcester Polytech and I was looking to transfer to Northeastern University along with Toby Fox, who was there. Not for that reason, didn't even know he existed at that time. But I took a narrative class for video games because I switched to IMGD, meaning interactive media and game design, before I went into full video and animation. And when I took that class, one of my partners made me write And it was basically him writing it. I just had to type it. But he made me write the most cringe story/project ever. And I had to present it to the class and embarrass myself. And he didn't even go up with me, so it was as if I just wrote it. I think there's a video of me from in college reading it. And I think I linked that video, or at least me on stream watching that video somewhere in the Discord. It's somewhere. I wonder if I made it members only. That is cool. When I was in middle school, we did a project where we set up a ham radio by using air cannon to span a giant antenna across 2 trees in the field behind the school. We talked to people on the other side of the world. That's fucking crazy. Why did we do that in high school? That's fucking crazy. Was it about a self-insert with an Omega level team and a GF with big naturals? Pretty much. Add a character from Overwatch. Add a fake clickbait for big funnies in the middle of a writing piece. That's what it is. That's actually what it was. And I had to read that to a classroom with the clickbait jokes in the document, in the paper. It was like I don't know the characters from Overwatch. It was like the skeleton character. Which one's the skeleton character? Oh dear. He's reusing stories? Well, no, I'm trying to prove a point that I also went to school for this. Reaper. I think it's Reaper. Sans. I think you're right. I think it is a Reaper. It is, because I remember saying bar for bar to the class, Reaper from Overwatch. Bar for bar. I said that out loud to a classroom of people explaining one of the characters in the story. I did. I graduated. I have a degree. Not only do I have a degree, but I've done more schooling after school through my work. And I actually have... Espresso Dog, thank you for the follow. I actually have a degree in leadership skills. Believe it or not. Yeah, I bet you're surprised about that. The Toby Fox reference was a setup? No, Toby Fox is an alumni brother of mine. Went to the same school as me and graduated, I think, when I was there. If he actually graduated, I don't know. I never met him. I like to pull that, though, so it makes me sound cool. Bro, it looks like he mews every day. I don't want to talk about that. Nice hair, though? Thank you! Finally, someone says that. Finally, I get a compliment on my hair and not don't get called bald. Welcome to the stream. I've written and published 2 poetry books. That's crazy. 100 poems total? 100 poems? That's fucking crazy. One containing a short story, too, that I wrote in community college. It was just an outlet for me creatively. My outlet was both animation, which was more of just making funnies, and music was my outlet whenever I felt bad or really happy about things. One or the other. Do you not know what mewing is? Do I not know what mewing is? I'm about to mog on everyone. It's over for everyone watching right now. It's over. He's a boomer. It's not a wig. Man's invented mewing. Stop mewing. Mega Harv that knows Toby to this day. If Toby knew you, he would hop in time to time. He doesn't know me. He has no idea who I am. He has not a clue. Never heard of me. Maybe saw my video, but probably saw it in passing if he did on my Undertale animation because it did well. TikTok Sigma music in the background. You mean the one that's like, how does it go? It's like, dun, 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 dun. No, it's nothing like that. I don't remember how it goes. We made a Chad character for one of our Fake Mon runs where Chad designed the Fake Mon. And I was trying to make the cry the Sigma music. And I didn't end up getting it in because I was working in binary and I was on a time limit and I ran out of time and binary is ass. You should go tell Toby that he knows Chris. Or we should go tell Toby that he knows Chris. You know, Chris. I don't know when the Heart Gold Fake Mon run is, man. We're so late on that. We're so damn late. We're so late. The Sigma song is Can You Feel My Heart? How does it go, though? It's like dun 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 dun, but it's nothing like that. It's also nothing like that at all. It's 0% like that. Also, I haven't even paid attention to what kind of EVs I'm getting on this tentacle. We should Photoshop a bunch of photos of Chris and Toby into the same room and take to Twitter to gaslight Toby. No, I don't want Toby Fox to hate me. I was lucky enough to get an award for a game I designed. That's sick. Specifically the dialogue and scene and item descriptions while I'm in university. And even though it was like 3 years ago, I still hold that. Keep that W. Put that crown on your head. That's huge. That's huge. You do get EVs for EXP sharing. In fact, if you use an EXP share, you get EVs. Both Mons get the EVs. Bet you didn't know that. That was a secret for you. That's a fun fact. Can You Feel My Heart is ironically a pretty cringe song. I don't know, that track makes me laugh. That still gets a good chuckle out of me. I'm not bald. I got an award for participating on a T-ball team. You can wear that crown too. That's big. That's big. Unknown Pitfall. Hello, welcome to the stream. Chris the kind of guy to throw popcorn when he hears Chicken Jockey. I had a coworker who was planning on going to see the Minecraft movie tonight, but there was only 3 people in attendance for the movie based on what it said online, and she did not want to go. There was only going to be 3 people. Love your wig, shame about your hair. They don't wear a wig! How much longer until you cave and use rare candies? Not until later in the stream series. Because I feel like it takes away a lot of like what the challenge is in the early game. And the EVs could probably help us. I don't even know what EVs we're getting from Electrike. It's probably like attack EVs and it probably doesn't really help us that much. T-ball goes hard. I was in softball for a single year in middle school and the only ball I hit was a foul that immediately got us out. I did baseball and T-ball. But baseball, up until I was in like 7th grade, I think. And baseball was the one sport that I hated playing. Because I kind of sucked at it. And I got hit by so many fucking pitches from bad middle school pitchers. I was just a big fucking target that they would just launch balls into. Like I was like 6'1" when I was like in 6th grade. And I was heavy. I put on a bunch of weight between like 4th and 6th grade. So I was just this giant target at the mound. I don't have a bald head. So I would get like nervous to bat. I was like, they're just going to hit me again. And lo and behold, I'd be right. You don't even have a bald head when you're batting. You're wearing a helmet. If I was bald, they wouldn't even be able to see it. I gave up on baseball because I needed glasses, but didn't get them until later, so I literally couldn't see the ball. That would make me not play. Thank you for the 14 months, Zai. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that big number. Big hot dog medal. That's big. I love baseball because I understand nothing about it. I feel like baseball is an easy sport to understand. Thank you for the 14 months. It's another big number, big shiny hot dog. I feel like baseball is pretty easy at the end of the day. You hit ball if they catch ball out. Tag base if they tag base first or tag you out. That's the crux of it. When are we getting another Gen 2 ROM? At least not until I'm done wrapping up all the gambling stuff. But I don't know. When you work in a... it's not a decomp. It's a... what's it called? Disassembly. When you work in a disassembly format like you would with Gen 2, you're working in assembly, which still sucks. and it's something I'm much less familiar with. I dropped out of art school twice because of ADHD, and both times, or etc. And both times I had a digital narrative class. We had to do an animatic, which obviously I didn't finish, but the second professor really liked my script. You should come back to the script. You should expand upon that. And now you have all the time in the world. I did speech and debate from 6th grade to the year after my senior year for nationals. Oh my god, you want to talk about cringe? Listen to a 6th grader talk about a speech they wrote themselves. Dude, we did we never had debate classes or anything like that, right? We never had public speaking or debate. And I kind of wish I had a public speaking class because I'd be better at it. But, we did this thing where they grabbed a group of us, smart kids, and they said, all right, we're going to take you to a college. This is when I was in 5th grade. And you're going to do a debate against each other or something, or maybe against another school. And none of us were prepared for it. None of us knew how a fucking debate worked. And we're this tiny school in Maine, up against Portland, Maine. And we got boomed in that debate. We 100% lost the debate. We were terrible. I had the rebuttal, and my rebuttal went nowhere because we didn't have any arguments to begin with. I had no clue what I was doing. They let you hang out with the smart kids. They put me on the smart bus. I'm high school, and I had a in high school I had a public speaking class, and I still have a fear of public speaking. Public speaking is scary, man. I can sit here on stream all day. I can yap at you guys all day long, no pressure. If this were a real life scenario, if I'm on on a stage in front of people, I get the shakes. That's spooky. Because here, it's just I can kind of act myself, do whatever I want. I got to keep yapping, but I can do that naturally. I'm a yapper. When you're put in a public speaking scenario, there's expectations. There's things you're supposed to do with your hands. There is, there's a format in the way you're supposed to talk and all that garbage. And it's not like people are going to sit there and judge you for it, but it's like a subconscious expectation.
Hi Chris Smile.
And it's nerve-wracking.
What is the challenge today?
Thank you for the 23 months. That's fucking crazy. You almost had 2 years. That's bananas. We're playing Pokemon Sapphire, but you can only use Constrict. And we have a crazy Mon with a crazy ID number in our PC. For a real-life scenario, all of us would be mogged by your jawline. Damn right! Thank you! Thank you! There's no bush trimming going on. Also, our Shedinja's gonna be fucking level 30. Prepared speech or presentation? I think even prepared, I still get nervous. I'll still be nervous. Even I've done webinars before, right, for work, where I'm literally, it's almost like I have a teleprompter in front of me, and I still get really nervous. It's like I'm streaming. It's no different than me streaming, except I have all the words in front of me, and it's still nerve-wracking. I guess that's a little different though, because it's not like I'm talking to an audience I'm familiar with or feel comfortable with. It's like business people that I'm talking to. Forget mugging. Chris is about to stab us with his chin. Damn right! I look like Pink Guy. I didn't like that. I was in a band during college where I would sing and play the guitar, and over the 5 years, I never learned how to get my hands to stop shaking from the nerves. I don't think there's anything you could do to get it to stop, right? It depends on your confidence in yourself and your nerve levels. If your hands are shaking, they're just going to be shaking. I think. If you feel really confident or you do it enough times, it'll kind of go away. But you can't just be like, hey, stop! And then it stops. It just comes with a confidence in getting used to it. What should I name my Rowlet? I'll leave that to chat. It looks like you asked chat, not me. I am confident and am mentally aware I shouldn't be nervous, but I still get nervous. Same! And then that gets in my head, you know? I will start thinking about the fact that I should be confident and should not be nervous. And then I start thinking about, why am I not being confident? Why am I being nervous? And then I start thinking about, why am I thinking about not being confident and being nervous when I should be focused on what I'm doing? And then I'm like, why am I not focused on what I'm doing? Whoa, I'm getting nervous. And it's just like a fucking snowball mess. Reading a PowerPoint in school that I made when I was always annoying because of the kids at the back that would laugh without fail every time. Look, okay, I did have a period of time. Cheers. Where I felt very confident every time I would present to the front of the class. And it still happens time to time. But it's specifically when it's something I want to talk about, when it's something I'm really excited to talk about, when I'm really passionate about talking about, or I just know I have some good jokes that I think are going to land. That's when I go up, I have no nerves, and I crush. I think I'm more confident if I'm doing entertainment than if I'm doing something that's not entertainment. Chris had a period of time. I've had a few of those. I was gonna name my rally Hawk Tua, but then I got judged in another streamer chat. Name it Hawk Tua. Do it. Do it. Now you have to do it in spite no matter what this chat says. Local funny man likes being funny. I do. We had this, this was in a game design class when I was in college. We would have to come up with every week based on a topic or a theme. We'd have to come up with a game surrounding the theme. And it never had to go like that deep. Like it was just a short presentation with some art assets. You could just pull it off Google, but I always drew mine because I was an animator. And you had to present the idea of the game, like the mechanics of the game, and what it has to do with the topic. And I would win every week. If you won one of the weeks, you could skip the next week. I only did half of them. Because I would just sit down, I would make something I thought was funny, and I'd be so confident in the joke that I'd go up with like blazing stupid blind confidence. And then the jokes would land because I just went up with blazing stupid blind confidence. And I would get voted to win every single week. I used to love that class. This is a comedy stream? What the fuck? I've never laughed once. What the fuck? They're mogging. Local streamer man likes to tell bathroom stories. Okay, I can do I can do a joke that's not a bathroom story. I swear. I could do that. Let's see. Oh, what's the one? Okay, so a pirate walks into a bar. And he says, do you have any milk? And the bartender says, no, we serve beer. Why do you need milk? And the pirate goes, I ate a pepper and it's fucking up me booty. No, that's a poop joke. Let me try again. Okay, a horse walks into a bar. And the bartender says, that horse just shit everywhere. No, that's another poop joke. Okay, I can do chin stop. No, I can do this. I can do this. I can do a non-bathroom joke. I could do it. Chris walks into a bathroom. Okay, maybe that's a sign I give up. You're too loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, what if I do this? How's this? Is this better? Army booty! My mic really isn't meant for streaming, but it's more expensive than the average streamer mic because it's meant for music. The pirate walks into a bar with the wheel of his ship attached to his belt buckle. The bartender goes, hey, you have your wheel on your crotch. The pirate goes, hey, it's driving me nuts. Chris streamed, but he's really far away. What brand? It's a AKG C214. That's what it is. Bro thinks he's funnier than #1 college clown. Clown college graduate. I'm funny. I'm funny. That's my one thing other than my hair, and Chet thinks I'm bald. I told my mom she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. All I'm saying is I went on a generational run in dad jokes last week, so I don't want to hear it. I got so many points for my team in that trivia show when it came to dad jokes. Sounds like a sci-fi weapon. It kind of is. It kind of is. If I scream loud enough, it can shut down your computer. Class clowns are people who peak in high school. No! No! It's okay, I wasn't voted class clown. I was voted most artistic. I said I don't need that accolade. Some people wrote in my yearbook that I was class clown, but that doesn't count. Therefore, I did not plateau. Do it, coward. Shut down my computer. But then everyone's computer shuts down. It is an Nuzlocke where everything is normal, except Chris is 37 feet away from the camera and mic. That's not going to happen until March next year. Most acoustic. No, artistic. Artistic. Least socially aware. Are they allowed to do that? Can your school get away with that? I got nominated for a ton of stuff. And I actually won most musical and most artistic, but they said you can't have two, so we're going to give you the artistic one. What do you call a fly without wings? A walk? Easy? Simple? He knows. Look, I'm telling you, I did Jeopardy, and I went on a tear in the category dad jokes. A tear. The likes my city was not prepared for. What do you call a Piché without hair, Chris? What do you call a Chris that went into a vent? Chris Sachet? Bald? Is the answer bald? Can I put in bald for 500? What is bald? You were so close. What's the answer? What's the answer? It was sus Piché. That's the same thing! Oh wait, I get it because it's suspicious, but it's sus Piché. I get it. I get the joke. Do you have a response to the EV culling? Now what does the word culling mean? I thought culling was a name. Reduction of a wild animal population. Oh, I did answer this. I said as I grew up having access to all of the GBA games and the Coliseum and XD games and coordinates to connect all these games together, so it never really bugged me. Mario 1 is back. It'll be back this week. You used to call me on my cell phone. I'm an endangered species. Please help me. Please help me. Bro had cords. What did the beach say when the tide came in? Said this. I'm drowning! That's what it said. Suspicious. And I thought that was fantastic. I had not heard that one until today. That is a new one for me. Usually people write just sus-shay or sus-piché. Well, no, not sus-piché. That's the new one. Or Chris sus-piché? Or crus-piché? Cursus-piché? I've heard all of those, but I have not heard suspicious, which actually works really well. We have an emote? Is that what it's called? Crust pizza shay. That's just fucked up, man. Long time no see. I was trying to think of something with C, but nothing worked. So I just went for drowning. Couldn't think of a joke for your name. The fact French c'est funny. Let's make fun of the French guy. Croissant, croissant, croissant. It's okay. I call Australian people upside down. But that's not any better. I'm more Swedish than anything. Also, I saw a message that made me laugh really hard on the gambling video. Someone just wrote, "You're Swedish," or "You look Swedish." They spelled Swedish wrong, and it made me laugh really hard. It was like Swedish with 3 E's. And then another E. I thought that was the coolest comment I've ever seen. No, they had the D. They had the D in there. It just made... I don't know why. What if they were dyslexic? It made them cooler in my eyes. This is a good thing. It was maybe one of the funniest comments I've read in a long time. They genuinely got me and Shao laughing really hard. Especially because, I don't know if some of you guys noticed, but Shao's new joke that he's been trying to pull off is slapping as many, fake Chris's everywhere as he can. I want to do a count on how many characters look suspiciously like a tiny bit like me in that video. How many people? Because it's absurd. Benevolence. I try so hard to be funny for stream, I feel so defeated. Why do you feel defeated? You sound like me. You sound like me every stream. You have an army of moggers. No, they're all gross. Some of them kind of look like me, and some of them just look like freaks. What are you doing? Dude, looking out the window was everywhere. He did look like he could be related to me, that one. There was that one lady, too, that, it was zoomed out and looked nothing like me. And then it zoomed in, and then you could barely see my face in her face, and it was horrifying. It's one of the scariest things I've ever looked at. It was like an alternative universe. Where my life is all business and depressing, and I'm also female. Remember, chat, Chris looks like every country on the face of the earth. Now, that's just not true. Now, I don't know where you guys get this information from, and how it is true that I look like so many countries. But all of them is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just insane. One of them, there's one guy that appears in 2 frames. It's this side for you guys. And 2 frames of one of the shots in the business meeting in that video. And it actually does look like me. Actually does kind of look like me on my side profile. Chris looks like Zimbabwe. No, that can't be true. Hawaii, maybe. You guys did get me really hard though with that 1C. With Chad and with Nevada, you guys did really get me. Those do look like me. I'm not gonna lie. Chris looks like Malaysia. Now, see, I just don't think I do. Nevada does look an awful lot like me. You got me. You boomed me. Vaporeon, you gotta relax. Also, Skitty is so much faster than Tentacool. Nevada copied Chris. I agree. I should sue Nevada. You know, actually, I got them back. I added Casino to Game Corner. I actually got them back for that one. If you took 3 Ohios and put them in a trench coat, do you think they would go see the Minecraft movie? Would that be a bad idea? Would Ohio use that for evil? There is so much to unpack in that message. There's 3 different parts to that. First of all, you're stacking Ohio and treating it as if it's a person, when really it's a demon. Second of all, why would they go see the Minecraft movie? They got bad things to do. Evil things to do. Third question, yes, of course it would be evil. Statewide bar fight. What the fuck do you mean? How do we get 2 chicken jockeys? How did we get 2 chicken jockeys at the same time? I was so caught off guard today when my coworker made a chicken jockey joke to me today. I was not expecting. It was like getting slapped with a sock filled with soap. Crafting table, flint and steel. Check Discord for what? Where am I checking? What am I checking? Who am I checking? I don't even know where we're going anymore. I've never seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know where things are going with this. Also, we're almost at a point where we can fight May. We're getting there. Do you know what getting slapped with a sock full of soap feels like? It feels bad. It doesn't feel good. Slightly weathered wax cut copper stairs. I feel like I should see the movie. I feel like if you're gonna go see the movie, from what I've heard, it's technically not a great movie. Technically, it's on the lower tier of video game based movies. It's not that great. But if you do go, you go for the audience and the show, right? You don't go necessarily for the movie, you go for the experience. So I think if you're planning on going, you gotta go a night where things are busy. Because you go for the people watching to watch the movie or to join in on the memes. It's one of the 3. And the movie one is probably the least optimal. We're back in for Constrict only? We are. We're so back. We got our tentacle up to level 20. We're getting Scottish leveled up here so that it can survive a few attacks and maybe let off a cute charm and help us stall. And it has stab, even though it's not very good. At least it has stab.
Hey, yo, what the
I thought you were going to say a butter sock. That made me think of something gross. And I'm not going to say it. We are still at May. All we've done so far today is grind. It's been a chill, relaxed grinding stream. We've just been working on getting Tentacle up to level 20, which is why Shedinja is such a high level. Because we had to switch train. Butt flaps the butter free. No, not a butt sock. It had more to do with butter. No, no, no. Speaking of, I saw shortly before the stream, I took a nap and I woke up and I saw that... No, you don't need it. Why is that the emotes for the nether? That does not look like you're referencing the nether. It looks like you're referencing the nether regions of a human. I thought that was shiny for a second. Again. I saw that 4chan was deleted. It's gone. Is that a real thing? Is 4chan gone? Walking pneumonia is an atypical pneumonia caused by different bacteria than the typical one. Thank you. I'm glad I know this now because I did not know that before. God, I hope so. Apparently. It's down from a hack. Oh, why'd I put in Droomish? So it's not like it's gone. It's just down right now because it got hacked. Interesting. I wonder where all the 4chan people will filter to for the time being. I don't know. 5chan. It is crazy that website does still exist. It is crazy. I think it's probably either X, the Everything app, or Reddit. Those are like the only 2 places, right? Your stream. No. 2chan, 8chan. Jackie Chan. The hell did you just call Twitter? But it sounds funny. It sounds fun. Like, as much as I want to just keep it at Twitter, the fact that they named it X the Everything app, it's the shittiest name I've ever heard for an app ever. Full title, the Everything app. That'd be like if Newgrounds went by Newgrounds, everythingbyeveryone.com. That's how he gets you? It doesn't mean I like using it. I wake up every day and I say, Grok, what should I do today? And it says, you should go to the park and enjoy the good weather. And then I go outside and it's fucking pouring out and I get fired for not going to work. X is like the Washington football team of social media apps, but somehow less likable. X is a garbage name for a site. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I talk about this too much on stream. I don't need to talk about this today, but I hate X. I can't look at X anymore. It's just like a cesspool. I don't like it. Twitter is a cesspool now. Should go Chris on X the everything app. Twitter. It's Twitter. Has that always said that, or did you just change that now? Is your favorite evolution Vaporeon? No. No, I'm sorry about this, Vaporeon. It is not. My favorite evolution is Espeon. It's just a pit in that inside of that app. It is a pit. It's like there's only a couple things that can happen on there. One, you read something you really wish you didn't read. Two, you stumbled upon death or porn. Three, you get locked into it like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, and those are the only three things that can happen on that app. You want to look? You want to see your friends' posts? No, you don't. You want to look at death or porn. That's what you want to look at: is death or porn. Whatever is the least trouble to get in Pokemon XD. Whatever works the best at XD. XD, you can get any of them for free. They're all the same value. The value is how you build your team. Basically, if 4chan was 10 years ago, but less interesting. It kind of is. It's kind of true, Bug. It kind of is. That's the damn truth. Oh, you added that command? It sucks that my only, like, I wouldn't even call it active. The only real social I have left that isn't YouTube or Newgrounds is Twitter, and I don't even use Twitter. I deleted my TikTok. I forgot to tell you guys this. I've had a TikTok, right? I've had a TikTok, and it was for Hail PC, and I put animations on it. And one of them actually got like millions of views on TikTok. But I hadn't uploaded it to it. I hadn't uploaded it to it in probably 2 or 3 years. And I get a message from Droid over the weekend. It was to me and Cyrenek. And it just said, "Gentlemen, I have bad news that you need to hear. Both of your TikToks have been hacked." And I think Cyrenek was active. I wasn't. Apparently, my TikTok has been hacked for an entire year. And it was just a fake Asian woman in her underwear messaging old men with all my videos still up, mind you, trying to get them to look at porn. And that was my TikTok for a year, and I didn't know. And I was still logged in. They didn't change my password or anything. And then the same thing happened to Cyrenek, but it just happened that weekend, which is how Droid saw it. So I deleted it. It was definitely not successful. I looked through the DMs and nobody answered. Thank God. Why would you go to an animation account and then go, now we'll turn it into a porn bot? That's such a hard left turn. It would never work. And then keeping all the animations on it, that's just brain dead. I love playing the fishing playlist. Makes me miss fishing when there wasn't a million feebasses being thrown at me at once. Deleted what? My TikTok. Which I hadn't even uploaded to in years, which is why I just deleted it. I was like, fuck it, I don't use this app. If it's just being used as a porn bot now by some stranger on the internet who didn't even bother to change my password or anything, I'm just gonna delete it. Why is there so much Papa John's garlic sauce? Huh? Huh? Garlic perfume. Honestly, I probably smell like a nice garlic perfume. I had a lot of garlic yesterday. And probably today in this in these drunken noodles that I had before the stream. Your TikTok megastar, Hail PC? That's right. I had 1,000 followers, methinks. The other side of that was I followed just my friends on TikTok. And that was it. But when I saw I got hacked and I logged back in, I was following like 4,000 other porn bots suddenly on my account. I was like, well, this would take probably weeks to fix. I'll just delete it. Whatever. I don't want it. I have a whole warehouse of Papa John's garlic sauce. Do you want to have? I think I'm all set. Thank you, though. That's kind of you. That's nice of you. How did that even happen? They weren't even drunk. I was kind of disappointed. They were very dry. Their whistles were not wet whatsoever. My alt Twitter got turned into an NFT shill account. That's even worse. That just feels worse, man. I would not want that. I would rather it be turned into a porn bot. I would rather that be the case than an NFT one. Because at least the porn bots have a higher chance of getting away with it. NFT is just embarrassing in 2025. What happened to the money I sent you? Oh, that was a real DM. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll come back. It just takes a while. Mods, can we ban that guy? Not really. Don't do that. Don't do that. Twitter was so much fun back in the day. I did like Twitter a lot back in the day. Twitter used to be fun back in the day. I used to just make jokes with my Newgrounds buddies all day on Twitter. That's all we did. Like we had like a small following of people from Newgrounds who were all like, oh, it's like, oh, it's Chris and Aaron, they make the cheese world, and we'd just like get together in a voice call and we'd figure out something to post at the same time that nobody understood the inside joke for. And we'd reply to everyone we can with the inside joke until people caught on and started to get confused. What's drawings? Are you leveling up? I am. I'm trying to get the Skitty a high enough level so that I can at least take a few attacks. We just have to get past May. And I feel like this team, except maybe switching the bug for Mighty Anna. I can't remember if that was the plan or if we were going to keep the bug. I can't remember. I think that's the plan. Because the end goal is to get into a situation where Grovile runs out of pursuit. Oh, we do want to keep the bug. We do, for this reason. But we want Grovile to run out of pursuit. So that we just get into a situation where Smokey can't lose. Oh, hello. When you get big, Chris, that's kind of you to say that right now. Make a coin called Piché coin. No one else can act like you and say it's your crypto. I mint the Piché coin and I don't let anyone buy it. I make its value 0. I never announce it. It hits the market. It's just 0. Just starts at nothing. It's worth nothing. And then nobody can buy it. Because nobody will want it. How have you been these last few months? My work schedule's been so crazy, I've been only watching the vids. Things have been good. Last few months have been strictly me doing like goofy runs while I work on Gambling Hack, which came out over the weekend. At least the very first version of it. That's been, my whole world has just been work on Gambling Hack, work on Gambling Hack, stream. Work on Gambling Hack, work on Gambling Hack, stream. And it's been a blur, but I'm pretty proud of the work that I made. Oh wait, I can fight this thing. I can fight this thing. Take a break for once in your life? No, that's stupid! If I take a break, then what? Then it's all over. When's the vacation? I do gotta set up myself to go to PAX. Which would be like a, I don't know, like a 2 or 3 day vacation, technically. I never burn out. What are you gonna do with all your free time? I'm gonna come up with the next big thing. I'm already working on the expansion to the expansion where we turn it into an actual run. This has no PP. Need to play Pokemon normally for once. But why would I do that? Ain't no way. Look, when the new games come out, I can play Pokemon normally. But I've already played this game normally like 800 times. I don't need to do that. Call me Gamblegast. See, this guy gets it. If you gotta miss streams, you have a life. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Chris plays vanilla Pokemon Red on a Game Boy recorded with a Nokia. I saw a video pop up on my timeline today that I want to watch after the stream when I go to bed because it said it is Pokemon Red, but all the moves are competitive, which I think is interesting because classically, or it might be Pokemon Blue, I don't know, but classically all of the trainers in those games have very stupid bad moves, especially the Elite Four and the Champion. Minun, huge. Gear Gamer, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. So everyone has Hyper Beam? I think a lot of them do. I think it's literally like their most used Smogon sets. Smogon. Does Pokemon Blue use Smooth Brain? I haven't watched it yet. Spoilers! Channel's called Red, Blue, Yellow Pokemon Challenges. They really were. It still seems crazy to me, though, because it's, like, obviously bad moves. I feel like they should have known in playtesting, but, I mean, it's still the first game. It is what it is. Did something slightly bad and requested my first day off in a little under 4 years because I set an appointment. It was approved and now I have an appointment, but at the time I lied. You're fine. That's fine. You can lie sometimes to take a mental health day. That's fine. Wait, for what? What are you talking about? You think you can beat a Pokemon game with OHKO moves only? I know you can. It doesn't seem like that crazy of an idea to me. It seems like it would just be slow. Because we already did, when we did the Unknown run, we did a bunch of big battles with only OHKO moves. When we did Unknown Emerald. Yeah, maybe your mental health's fine, but they think it's not so fine. That's fine. Satoshi Tajiri made Gen 1 horrible on purpose so people will be hacking it to be made better 30 years on. They thought to themselves, huh, YouTube happens in 2006-ish? So if I make this bad now, in 2025, people can change this later. And then it'll make big money and more advertising for us. I've never been to a Medieval Times. Those were so hype. Unknown Emerald had so many hype moments. So many good moments from that run. I would too, I'm not gonna lie to you. I take like no days off from work to the point where HR forces me to. But I get stressed, like I hate taking time off because it makes it so that when you come back, work is much worse because things stack up while you're gone. And I hate that. And then things, like, sometimes you just get contacted anyways because people need you. Or, like, things that you do specifically are things that don't get done while you're gone. So, I hate it. I hate taking days off. I like days off, but only if they're, like, holidays. Like, I don't like random days off. It stinks. I worked at a pet store. When I had a few days off, things were a mess. It drives me nuts. It drives me insane. It's like it turns into fire drill mode. That's true, but when you work at like a small company or with a small group, there's no way around that. Unless the company grows like exponentially. This is why I prefer to have a job where all the work just stays at work and there's nothing left over. I kind of wish I lived in an environment like that. But I decided I wanted to go into media as a field where I do animation, video, and coding, which is what I do on YouTube. So it's like it's not that environment, and that's just something I've locked in for my life. As it is my hobby. I agree. I think a lot of people, A, don't have hobbies, and B, don't like their jobs because they don't do their hobby as a job. And some people can't because their hobbies are not work. But I think if you don't at least like what you do, if there aren't aspects of it that you like, even if it's not strictly like I like basketball, but I'm not in the NBA. If there's things that apply in basketball that you like, that apply in your job, then you like your job, and your job's kind of your hobby. I think a lot of people don't recognize that. What's up with the stain? What stain? Where? What are you talking about? There can't be a stain. You can be a stats guy? Exactly. Or, like, maybe you're very team involved if you're, like, a sports person. Or maybe you're the opposite because you want to be the star. Like, there's a Doug video that goes over this concept really, really well, and it's what helps him be successful as a content creator. But the trick to doing something passionately or doing something well or just enjoying what you're doing, my underwear, is to find the reasons why you like your hobbies. Like, what things that your hobbies that you enjoy have in common and why you like those things, and then find work, at least in your job or a job itself, that lines up with the things you like. And it's kind of hard to figure that out, but if you can, it's a really big deal. Athletic trainer would make a lot of sense, or recreation as a whole. But look at LuxV down there. Love baseball stats and turned that into my job. That's awesome. That's sick. If you like eating carpet, maybe you should be part of the FDA and test the food. Came to Twitch just to say that's dope as fuck. One of the worst parts was the giant fish system. At the bottom, there were blue carbon filters that needed sprayed 2 times a week. And when I got back, they'd be so dirty. Those poor fish. Those poor damned fish. I'm a bit of a fisherman myself. I don't know if you've seen the sign back in the back of my room. But I caught a really big purple fish. I got my Moby Dick. And I feel for the fish. Become slug cat and thigh highs. What are you talking about? Chris is a fisher of men. Okay, relax. Relax. I'm a man of fish. Chris never starts stream with good evening because if it was a good evening, he'd be fishing. I wish I still had my fishing hat in this scene. Have you found your feebass yet? What do you think? Also, my fishing playlist ended. It's kind of sad. Where's the fishing stream where you get out in nature with a rod and just fish for 5 hours? What if I did the Michael Reeves thing where I had a gas-powered fishing rod? Chris Swedish fish. I go out on a boat in the middle of the ocean, and the challenge is to swim back. And because it will take more than a day, I have to eat fish to survive and grow gills, because I'll drown. Do I need to go up much higher than this with Skitty? Or does Skitty evolve at level 18? Because if it evolves at level 18, then the answer is yes. It's always yes. No fish. Just went Homer Simpson right there. Crowd control IRL fishing sounds like one of the worst things that could happen to me. It's a moonstone? Oh, you're so right. I can't get that this part of the game. Oh. I don't get a moonstone until a lot later. Oh. Maybe I leveled up one time then and see where that gets me. It's crazy Smokey's level 28. And because it's a Shedinja, it still loses to every Mon on May's team. Every single one. Aren't Moonstones only found 5% of Lunatone in this game? I think there's one you can find on the ground in Meteor Falls, if I remember right. Hack the system and steal it from an unsuspecting geologist. Are there any traders with a Moonstone? Oh wait, I can't use Thief or Covet. How did you forget this? I have a lot in my noggin, man. Like a whole lot. You don't even want to see what's in here. It's horrifying. You got a proof for the apartment? Let's go. That's big. That's big. That's huge. Chris, are you men? I am a man. I am a grown-ass man. I'm 28 years old. I'm a man. I'm on the internet, and you can't stop me. He might do that. He might do that. Steven might be the guy to do that. 3 bald men in a collared shirt. Okay, hurtful. Hurtful. I'm more like 1 bald man with hair. You're almost 30. Yeah, but I'm not 30 yet. I'm still young. And next year, I won't be 30 yet. I'm still young. And the year after that, most of the year, I'll still be young. Most of it. You look like you're 23 to 25. Thank you. Thank you. Needed that. That helped. I got ID'd recently, and that made me smile. Maybe I bought like beer at the store. And I was walking out, and I didn't think I was getting ID'd. And they went, wait, I forgot to ID you. Were you over 21? And I went, I am. I'm 28. And they went, oh, okay. All right. You have a good day then. I went, thank you. You too. And then I ran out skipping and clacking my heels together. It's 21 in the United States. More like 80. Okay, now I don't feel so good about that interaction that I had. You don't like that me and you are the same age? Why is that? What's wrong with that? Never do that again. I'll do what I want. Okay? I told you I'm a 28-year-old man. I'm grown. I'm on the internet and you can't stop me. I said that. That's what I said. You look 27. I'll take that. That's fine with me. When I started streaming, how old was I? Was I 27? No, I must have been 26 when I started streaming. Right? Yeah, because I think I turned 27 when I got called Chins. Yeah, that's true. That's the truth. That's facts. I was 26 when I started streaming, which feels way better than saying I'm 28 and I'm streaming. Okay, your stats are still not good. Okay. Alright, think through a game plan, Chris. Piché, what are we doing? What are we doing for Whalmer that has a rollout, for Numel, and for Grovile? Grovile is going to be open with Rayquaza, switch to the bug when it dies. And then hopefully stalled out and we go to Smokey at the end. For Whalmer, I think we go... Do we go Droomish? Do we ever use Mightyena? We could go Marshtomp, but Marshtomp would be better suited against Numel. It's not a Nuzlocke because it would be fucking awful. It would take like a year. I have had 2 birthdays since I started streaming. It's not a Nuzlocke. You were 23 when you released the albums on Spotify, right? I think the last one I released, yes. I was like 20 on my first album that's on that account. The first mixtape, or what I called an album, I guess it's really a mixtape. I think I was like 18 or 17. I do have a Spotify. This is true. This is a fact about me. I'd write music. Or I haven't written anything in a long time, but I wrote music quite a bit. That's what I was like known for the most on Newgrounds. Oh, don't put you in the front. Put you in the front, I guess? How did we get through Whalmer before? Call me Seto. Welcome to the stream. It has been a while. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, let's give this a shot. $100 right now if you take a shot of butter? Ain't no way, brother. I would look like a different human when I come back on Thursday if I took a shot of butter. You would see me, I'd be like, hey, chat. Yeah, but you're young and lean, and I'm only young and not lean. What was with the bed? It's a really good deal, I won't lie to you. How much damage are we doing this Whalmer? It's good that it's using Splash. It's not going to use Rollout here. Not a lot. How did we get through this before? I had an Oranberry. This is not good. You are young in beans. I thought he died for a second. You're the lankiest man I've seen in my life. What do you mean you're not lean? Well, I gotta be young. I can't be the other thing. If I'm not both, then I have to be young. It has to be one of them. Was Coward not going through? You're short and old. I'm 6'5". I'm young. I'm new and down. I'm not ancient. What's your name under Spotify? Piché. It's just my last name. If Sakona goes down here, does that put us in a really bad spot? Here's what we can do. If we go into Smokey, it's guaranteed it's going to use Rollout. If we switch to Droomish, we might be able to paralyze it or put it to sleep. This is really risky, but it's very possible. Okay, that didn't do much damage. We get a few more tries with this. If you push down on Whalmer's head, can you deflate it? Yes, actually. That's actually factual truth that's seen in the anime several times. So there's a harmful website. That is. Parental guidance probably necessary. What's with this Whalmer, man? Please effect sport? Brother. Brother. I'm trying to think of how we dealt with this Whalmer before. What did we do before? Because we didn't intimidate it. What did we do? How did we handle this the last time? Because we got to Grovile for like both tries. Use Constrict. Good point. I'm not bald. Did we just get lucky? Ain't no way we just got lucky. We don't have citrus berries. Crit, please! It did literally nothing. It did literally nothing. We lose. We're just losing this one. Try. We're losing this attempt. Goodbye, Skitty. The bug? Wow, that sucks. You might get citrus berries either. Or you might not get citrus berries. I don't think there's any way to get citrus berries yet. How did we get through Whalmer? What was our plan for Whalmer? Because Whalmer's moveset is like, what? Water Gun, Splash, Rollout, and Growl? We have plenty of Mons. I also need to, I think, adjust whiteouts. I think it's supposed to be 3, to be honest with you. Effect Spore is definitely an option.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Rollout misses feels kind of bad. We can't go Aaron. We could go Mightyena to get rollout down, but that doesn't help that much. Everyone liked the stream. 6-9. Magikarp with Intimidate would be good if it wasn't a flying type when involved. I'm very happy it's not a Nuzlocke. Vigoroth would be kind of helpful, but not really. No, Aaron would get boomed by Water Gun. That's the issue. I can't remember what we did now. Did we open with Droomish? No, we opened with Shedinja last time and lost it immediately. Send Aaron out on a rollout. I mean, I could, but how much does that help us? Like, it's not going to deal that much damage, and it's going to take a long time to level up. Like, it lives rollout, sure. It still takes a good chunk of damage, and then Wilmer just switches right to Water Gun. I say let's try Effect Spore and hope we get lucky really quick. Let's go for luck. Let's go for a gamble. I like gambling. Please let me go. Please just let me go. Let me leave. Don't Thunderwave me. What did I just say, man? What other weapons do we have at our disposal? We have a Quick Claw. We could go Quick Claw on, of course, Rayquaza, because it's going to have to deal with the Grovyle. Do we have any berries? Nothing useful. Yeah, I guess we're just going to go for luck for now. What's your income? I'm not allowed to say due to NDAs. There's no crowd control on this. You can ask a bald man that. Okay. Water Gun does not bug us. It deals about the same damage to us as we do to it. Rollout needs to fucking Effect Spore. Effect Spore now! Nothing! Okay. You're the only one that resists this. Ugh. I live one. I live some more attacks here at least. So that's good. We had that going for us. If it uses rollout, we basically lose. Unless we get Cute Charm. Okay, hold up. I think it's a contact move, right? What else would it be? We got through the Wilmer wall. Now we still have Numel. Which is kind of bad. Let's try Rayquaza. Rayquaza has high special defense. I don't think it has any ground attacks. We're getting murked. What the freak? Wait, I know what to do. I know what to do here. I know what to do. I know what we must do. I know what we have to do. We have to stall out Ember. Now I remember. No pun intended. Okay, we're going to lose this. But it was worth it because I needed to get my brain going after not playing this for a long time. We can force it to use Ember, which does like no damage to Tentacool. As long as we don't burn, we're in a good position. Do we have a Rostberry? No. But we can see if there's one up north. I don't think there is, but we can try. So if we force this Numel to use Ember, we can tank most of these Embers, I would think, with Tentacool. I don't even know what that means, man. Oh, these have a lot of PP. Okay. Is there any useful berries up here? Riddle me that. I took them all. There's none. Whatever. We'll put Ninjask in the front to run from shit so we don't get paralyzed again. I hope we don't get burned by Ember. That's our weakness right now, getting burned by Ember. That's end of life. As we know it. We start with Droomish. We hope for Effect Spore. Assuming that rollout is contact move. I don't know for sure if it is. I think it is. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yes! Okay, that helps. That's at least... Yes, baby! Okay. It is contact confirmed. That's so big. Droomish with the fucking clutch up. With the fucking clutch up, baby! Okay, now we can go into you. And you should be able to tank this. Oh my days. My goat. What if you hit numeral with Screech? I cannot use Screech. It's impossible. I can't do it. Grovile's in. We're going to go into Rayquaza because he's going to use Absorb. And it loses HP for using Absorb. I really don't want it to use Quick Attack, though. That's an issue. What if I do this? Oh, use Pursuit. God damn it. Okay, how do we stall it out of... Like, Quick Attack doesn't scare me, but how do we get it to use Pursuit is the question. How the fuck do we get it to use Pursuit? I don't think there's any, like, easy way to do that. There's a Pursuit, but it's not going to be enough to stall it out. I think we don't win this. Honestly, we might have to take Shedinja out. I don't think Shedinja is the win condition here. I think we swap Shedinja for Mightyena, but we're so close. Okay. Who's got the highest attack? Probably Marshtomp. Yep. Take this. We can only get one Constrict out on Shedinja, so it's not going to be worth using. Let's get Mightyena out here. The playlist to my life. Sorry, I haven't been reading chat in a second. I feel locked in right now. Trying to figure this out. Trying to solve this puzzle. Almost bedtime. It's only 10, which is actually a little late. Okay. Okay. Gotta level Lola up. I think Lola will be okay at this level. Lola, I think, is key for Intimidate. To try and keep Tentacool alive, to be honest with you. Because we can switch... Stall a little between Tentacool and Sakona. I mean, Lola and Sakona, and then eventually get it to Rayquaza. And then the... Shit, I have the wrong Mon. I have the wrong Mon out front. Oh, it's fine. Nothing happened. I need another Paralysis. That would be so big. Or Sleep or something. That would be so big. Instead, I get Crit. God damn it. Man, that sucks. I need my own crits here. I need more splash. Do more of that. More of that. Yes! 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 Keep going! Yes! What's wrong with it? Why did it just want to die there? Why did it just let itself go? Why did it do that? Have a push the button request for you? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. There's Quick Attack. We go into Rayquaza now. Good. It's taking damage for this. Pursuit is horrifying. Pursuit's like the main thing I don't want to see. It quit. God. That sucks. Okay. I think we're still in a losing scenario. I think surely we're in a losing scenario here. God, why does it counter everything? I wonder if I should just... How do I use Ninjask here? Because it's never going to use Absorb on Ninjask. How do I take advantage of that? They need to get Shroomish to effect Spore Grovile too. That sucks. What's another way I can get through Whalmer then? Skitty? I really need a button to tick that up. You wake up with all the powers of One Punch Man, but now you're bald. Do you push the button? No, because what would I do with those powers? What would it be useful for? I don't want that kind of responsibility on my hands. I like being me the way I am. I don't think Skitty will get us through the wall that is Whalmer. I mean, it could. It could, but I doubt it. I could go Vigoroth Silk Scarf, but that would require a lot of grinding again. Friday is 79 and storming. That's crazy. Today it was warm and it was like 55. Let's try opening with Skitty. Skitty's just still so weak. That's a major issue. If he uses rollout, I could get Cute Charm and get really lucky. Things have gotten so bad in here. We're talking about the weather. Man, I wish Cute Charm triggered there on the first one. Okay, let's switch into Sakona. The tanks roll out here. Maybe it's... Ooh, maybe it starts splashing again? No. Let's just go into Lola and see if this kills. It doesn't kill. Let's go into Rayquaza. Let's go back into Lola. Let's go back into Rayquaza. Let's go back into Lola. Back into Rayquaza. Back into Lola. Pursuit's horrifying. That's the worst thing that can happen. Into the bug. Let's try. And now it shouldn't use Absorb, but it uses Pursuit, and Pursuit's still such a big problem. What do we do about that, man? Because we can't outdo Absorb. It still has 13 of those left. And if it uses Pursuit here, then we don't have a way to get rid of it. See? I could go into Droomish and then pray for Effect Spore here. Not one? Not once, please? Oh my god. Okay, so far, Cute Charm has been useless. Effect Spore has been less useful than we'd like. It could be more levels, but I'm trying to think in case it isn't more levels. I'm wondering if Aeron is a play because it tanks Pursuit and it tanks Quick Attack. I'm wondering if it is kind of a play. It's just slow to level up. Who would we replace in that case? Just Skitty? Skitty is a really nice option for Whalmer, though. That's the only thing. Do you whistle blowing air in or out? In, because I suck at whistling, honestly. To be 100% real with you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take our 6'9" boy for grinding in case we get rare candies. And we'll put you here for the moment. And let's grab shit engine to make this easy. We'll try Aaron. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's a good thought, I suppose. Freaky ass Ziggy is 6'9" God. Run for your life. Glad I'm not weird. I literally like it just doesn't work. I can't outrun anything I don't want to fight. Don't poison gas. I could go get an experience share, couldn't I, this early in the game? Why don't I do that? That would be way easier. That'd be so much faster. So much easier. Let's just do that. Because we delivered the Devon goods. We are back to grinding. We're going to try to get Aaron to a better level. Because they can at least tank pursuit and quick attack, which seems to be the main problem. Like, we might be able to stall out Absorb with what we have. I almost want to trade out Marshtomp. Because Marshtomp hasn't been that good in this battle. The only reason I'm holding on to it is potentially for Numel. But we haven't even, like, fought Numel. We need to get through everything else to get to Numel. Have to peer into the hole and shit inches back or it'll steal your soul. I would never. That's inappropriate on top of that. That's just gross. Are there any other, like, useful items I can look at getting? That I've missed? Soft Sand doesn't help us at all. Silk Scarf does help us. The XP share is something. Rockhead is kind of useless. Does Aaron only get Rockhead in this game? Does it get Sturdy? Does it get Battle Armor? I think it gets Sturdy. Sturdy something, at least. Or wait, what's the berry of the day? It's you, isn't it? What's the berry of the day? No! Do you get the Whalmer Pale? I don't think I got it. It's Gen 3 Sturdy, but it's better than doing nothing. You know what I mean? At least it's something. Like Sheer Cold in the Elite Four? That's something. That does something. Helps prevent something. Thought it was gonna be Rost. Why did I just say no to him? I could probably take on Brawly with this team. The problem is it's just gonna bulk up 100 times while I can't kill it. And then it eventually struggles and beats Shedinja. Actually, Shedinja's like level 30 almost. I wonder if we could just beat Brawly from here. Either way, we still gotta beat May. Get bulky. Sounds like a good name for two really dumb but sweet Rottweilers. We used to have a Rottweiler in our chat. Maybe use a Broly boost. What do you mean it's spicy? Since when is it spicy? When is it ever spicy? It is. Since when? When is it ever spicy? I don't think we need these special attack EVs, to be honest with you. It doesn't help at all, and it's kind of annoying to fight. Is this HP? This is useless on Smokey, but it's useful on Aaron. It's prickly. I think you're thinking of carbonation. I think you think carbonation stings. Yeah. Clove gets it. Clove sees the vision. It's like putting a bunch of pine needles in your mouth. Neither are good on Shedinja, but I'm not really worried about that. It just gives Aaron some better EVs. I think Electrike's attack. Does it burn like a Sprite? I think usually, when I think of a Coke, usually Coke seems to be more flat to me than a Sprite in general. Like, I think of a Sprite, that shit's usually carbonated like crazy. Like, it is bubbling like a witch's cauldron, whereas a Coca-Cola tends to be flat when I picture it. It's like hot sauce is spicy water. It's not spicy. Lemon and lime versus Coke only having orange out of the citrus. It's atomic. Do you say pop or soda? I say soda. I say soda. I feel like pop is reserved for old people. That's not spicy. That's like, oh, I ate an onion and it was so spicy. An onion is not spicy. Ohioans say pop. Can any Ohioans in chat other than Nick confirm? Do they say pop in Ohio? Is this another thing we get to point and make fun of Ohio for? It's a Midwestern thing. No, New England, as far as I know, doesn't say pop. They all say pop? What's with the Midwest and pop? Hey, give me a pop. That sounds like I'm either going to be poked with a pen until I explode into guts everywhere, or I'm looking for my grandpa. That's wild. It pops in your mouth, the bubbles. Soda! Soda! Tonic? Well, tonic is like a specific thing when I think of it. It's like flavorless soda. Good on you, Westerners. No, don't encourage them. Don't encourage them, or they'll keep saying things that are weird. Tonic water is not the same as soda water. What's the difference between club soda and tonic? What is the difference? I don't know what the difference is. I need someone to explain it to me like I'm a baby. I need you to jingle keys and go, hey, little guy, while you do it. Sugar. Which one is tonic? Does it have sugar in it? I've never noticed, because the only times I've ever had a tonic or a club soda is when it's mixed with alcohol. And then somebody puts like lemon or lime in it. What is quinine? What is quinine? What is that? Use one to clean your carpet. High fructose corn syrup and like the distinctive thing that makes it taste like tonic water. So tonic is like flavored club soda, but only lightly flavored. It said red 40 and formaldehyde. Baking soda is soda to you? You can't pull up with the ancient anti-malarial, because I don't know what that means. You make me feel stupider. Why don't you have a key emote? I don't know. We barely have emotes in Twitch. What's your favorite Gen 3 Pokemon? Oh, that's tough. I like a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon. Latios is up there. Aggron is up there. Metagross is really high up there. It might be Metagross, to be honest with you. I really like Torchic. I like Mudkip. I like Blaziken. I like Lotad. That's such a tough choice. There's so many good ones. It's not Gardevoir. Gen 3 has such a good selection. That's such a high tier of selections. Absol's pretty high up there. Reggie Steele is high up there for me. Reg Ice too. Reggie Rock gets points for being funny. Sablei's up there. Zangoose is up there. Saviper's up there. I like so many of them. I don't know. I think Metagross is my number one. Rayquaza is really good too. Okay, don't call me a slacking. That's just rude. And in fact, I do like slacking. Matter of fact, I do like slacking. I think slacking is funny. Flygon is so good too. Oh, there's so many picks. It's such a hard choice. It's Metagross. It's Metagross. Is there Gen 3 Pokemon you don't like? There must be. I didn't really like Plusle and Minun when I was younger, but I like them now. Illumise. I hate to say it, but the answer is Illumise. I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. I know people aren't going to like to hear it. It's Illumise. But it has gained respect for me since I used it in competitive play, when I used it on the ladder. I used to always say slaking when I was a kid, and then people corrected me. But I don't know who to believe when people correct me, because I don't think anyone knows at the end of the day. Even the anime doesn't know. Cage somewhere sat up. I like Volbeat more than Illumise. Volbeat doesn't look like it's trying too hard. But it's got the funny nose. Don't dodgeball me, please. Please don't dodgeball me. Don't do this. Ow! Oh, fuck. Melodic's such a good choice. Feebas, I kind of fucking hate now. But not for the right reasons. Not for fair reasons. Also, I gotta keep checking 6ix9ine over here. Our shiny Zigzagoon. I'm not a bald Probopass. I'm not even a Probopass. Is it a Sylvagana or is it official? That's what I'm saying. It has to be Arc, because why would they call it the Arsephone? Illumise has Prankster. It's got that going for it. What's today's goal? We're trying to beat May. We've spent all day just grinding and trying to beat May. Right now we're trying to level up Aeron. I don't know what level we should even get it. No, I didn't make this. I didn't make this one. Oh, I don't need to fight Oddish. They're not mutually exclusive? They are. Too bad they are. They are. I'm confirming it right now. I'm locking into the sands of time. They are. They're mutually exclusive. I think it should be level 20. It's just going to take like the rest of stream to get it there. That's the only thing. We're going to have like a level 40 Shedinja. This Shedinja is going to start like destroying the game once we get past May. Cutesy Gen 3 Pokemon that aren't skitty. Yeah, you could argue Aeron. Absol, I wouldn't say. Wurmple, if you're that type of person. Azurill, good answer. Really good answer. Why not? What? Because why not? Some people think Kecleon is cute. Some people think Bagon, not Salamence. Love-Disc. Love-Disc used to be a Pokemon I hated. But now I think it's funny. I used to hate Love-Disc, though. I also used to think that Corsola was a Gen 3 Mon when I was a kid, and I used to think Slugma was a Gen 3 Mon when I was a kid, but I knew about Skarmory. Numel is funny. I like Numel. I like Numel a lot. Seedot, some people think is cute. I rewatched that the other day. That's a fun video. Fun hack. Shout out Unfolding. Slugma. Slugma balls. Got it first. I got it in there. I stuck that in there before it showed up. Lotad's a funny guy. Once XD came out, I really understood the power of Lotad, Lombre, and Ludicolo. I am a big fan of the dinosaur adjacent mons as well. I'm a big fan of dinosaur and kaiju mons. I also really like Groudon. Groudon's a high pick for me in Pokemon I like from Gen 3. Groudon is one of the coolest designs they came out with for a legendary, personally, in my opinion, I think. Because it feels designed enough that it feels like a legendary, plus it's like a big monster. So it feels powerful. Rare candy, that's what we were looking for. That's why we do it. That's why we do it, baby. For the rare candies and the wine guy. What are your all-time favorite Pokemon? Number 1, Scizor. Number 1, 100% of the time, Scizor. I would say Skarmory is also really high up there for me. Could be one of my all-times. Gengar could be one of my all-times. I feel like I always want those 3 on teams. Tyranitar is one of my all-times. I don't know if you can tell, I really like Gen 2. Rattata is one of my all-times. They're all Gen 1 and 2, which is kind of sad. The same haircut as Sock? Sock is bald! Something else I love about Aeron is their lore. They canonically eat railroad tracks, buildings, and any metal they can find. Have several of their Pokemon cards depicting this. They're little jerks. That is kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Feebas is not one of my favorite Pokemon. One Feebas is one of my favorite Pokemon that I've ever owned. I have grown to hate Feebas. It makes me upset. Did you ever have that VHS of the Johto Journeys that had a Scizor episode in a cool-ass box? No, but I remember seeing a Scizor episode on TV where it was like a ninja kid. And I didn't even know Scizor existed at the time. Because it was before Gen 3. And you don't see a Scizor in Gold and Silver. You just have to get it. Which is crazy because you would never know it existed. You have no idea. So I remember seeing it on TV and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I got a card of it and I was like, what the fuck is that? It said it evolved from Scyther. I was like, how do you do that? How do you evolve Scyther? And then someone at a summer camp told me you need a metal coat, and then I traded for it. I was like the happiest boy on earth on my Pokemon Crystal version. Biggest pet peeve is Sidon's name being Shido. Or Shido? I disagree. I think Cleavor is a fun design. But in this scenario, Scissors beats Rock. It goes faster. Doesn't it have a slower speed stat, though? I think in the show they made it faster, but I think in reality it has a slower speed stat, right? I was so happy about it when I got my first Scizor. I was so pumped. I used it through the whole run. I got it to like level 90. It was the only mon I used in the whole run. Once I got it. I just went like Swords Dance, Slash on everything. Welcome back, Freezing Fire. Arcanine Basic Boy. Arcanine's a very good choice, though. You can't go wrong with Arcanine. It's the first legendary Pokemon. You know, they sometimes give Pokemon a different branching evolution, different games. I hope they do that one for Dragonair and make it a big blue snake. Would they have to make it another pseudo-legendary if they did that? That would be a funny evolution, and it would make sense. Bisharp's a good choice. King Gambit does kind of ruin Bisharp But King Gambit's a cool design too, though. I think it's still fair to love Bisharp. I think it's fine. If you like Bisharp more than King Gambit. I agree. Give us the Dunsparce. Give it to us. Give it to us. Raichu can do that. That's in the Pokedex. That's true. You don't have to... No. Don't have to do that. He's a little too far from the first two. I can see that. I think, like thinking about it like it's a king and it's a samurai is pretty cool and in line with, like, the theme, though. Because they're like chess pieces, but then they made it a samurai. Jinx is something. He sits on his hair. He does. I'm always kind of weirded out. Like, the first time I saw King Gambit, I thought it was weird because I thought he was sitting on a rock. And I was like, why does he have to always have a rock? Like, Farfetch'd is fun because it's just holding, like, a stick, right? And then Grookey is fun because it has a stick, right? I think Rillaboom having a drum set is strange. I think that feels like really too much. And then I also think that when what's the turtle? Terrapagos? When Terrapagos terrestrializes, I think it's pretty weird when it turns into, like, this thing that looks like it's also sitting on a big rock. I think that's strange. Where did the rock come from? Does it come from the ground? What if it's fighting in the water? Where does the rock come from? All the way from the bottom of the sea up to the same location? It seems like a little much. He's kinged. He's sitting on a checker. Good answer. But he's sitting on his hair. I know it's the World Turtle reference, but it still feels weird. You know what I mean? It's not like a problem. It doesn't ruin Terrapagos, but it feels weird. It just looks kind of awkward. There's this YouTuber that I love that I think unironically pronounces it as Terrapagos. It's like an archipelago. 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 It's a leak. You know what I mean? Its item is a stick. You know what I mean? It holds a stick in the game. The item's a stick. There's a mobility chair. King Gambit is weird. It is kind of weird. No, wait, struggle! It's fine. Aaron can handle this. Also, I got a protein. That's kind of big. Farfetch'd is like me. I have a bill and wings and duck feet. It's like me for real. And is angry. Much like me. I'm Donald Duck, actually. Archipelago. No, just stick holding. No, I'm Donald Duck. I lied about that first part when I said it's just the stick holding. I'm actually Donald Duck for real. A real life Donald Duck. I have 3 nephews with normal voices. Why is my voice fucked up? My Uncle Scrooge has a normal voice. What happened to me? Why did I get the bad genes? They all get to talk like normal. But I have to go. Why is that? Why did I get dealt the bad hand of cards? Yeah, I smoke, but it's because I have this voice anyways. What does it matter? Yeah, it knocks a year off my life when I smoke a pack. But what do I care when I have this voice? Nobody wants to talk to me. Which nephew do you think I am? I think you're Nick. Definitely Dewey. 100% Dewey. Chance of Dewey. Top of the leek has a strong flavor. I think I've only eaten a leek once. Or at least cooked myself with a leek. Not me. I didn't cook me with a leek. I didn't put myself on a tray with an apple in my mouth and my ass out and stick myself in the oven with a leek. I mean, cooking with a leek. It was pretty good. It's just like an onion. Just an onion. You take a leak all the time on stream. I gotta take a leak right now. Like, pretty bad, actually. I saw a clip of that. He went, it's a big idea. My voice. What happened? Go piss, girl. I imagine that in Peter's voice every time I see it. Every time I see go piss, girl, I think it's Peter talking to me. Go piss, girl. And then it's Belle Delphine in a bathtub that comes out of the Pokeball. It's a good soup because you can eat it hot or cold and it's still good. It's like gazpacho but made of potatoes, which is something I like. Don't say yawn. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Drop a go piss, girl. That sucks. I got it in my brain, Donald Duck, and now I just want to do the Donald Duck voice. I just want to sit here and stream and go. That's all I want to do. My brain is telling me to keep doing that. It says, this is good. This is releasing dopamine when you do it. That's what you always sound like. What if I just had like a moment? Like I was like, what? And then I shut off the stream and I go to watch my videos and every single one I realize it comes to me and finally hear it. And I do that voice. You thought you'd get me with that, but it was in the middle of me talking, so it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It won't work. It won't work. You always have a moment. It won't work. When do I have moments? It won't work. I don't have moments. I'm normal. Don't write it again. Fuck. The fuck, man. I was explaining that to my coworker today, that sometimes people write yawn in an attempt to get me to yawn, and it actually works, and she called me an idiot. She said, how does that possibly work? You're an idiot. But I know it works because I watched a clip that somebody clipped of me yawning. It's like me watching me yawn and me yawn because I'm yawning. And then I yawned to it. And I was like, well, it works. What do you want from me? Does anybody respect you? Who respects me? Shall respects me. I think. Yawn Mega. I do. Hello, Cruz. I do. Like even in animals get contagious yawns. Isn't it like a caveman thing? Look at, see, I get lots of respect. It's about time. Was Shall to update the banners? I wonder if he did. I don't know if he did. He might have. We could reset them and find out. It's supposed to reset on its own, but I notice that sometimes it doesn't work for some reason. There's a stop it! Stop it! Yawn! Stop it! Guzzlord sounds like a guy screaming. I think it'd be a great redeem command. I have heard about this many times. I'm not opposed to it, as long as it's not really loud. Yeah, we love balls. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Yeah, I gotta pee so bad. I'm trying my darndest to stay engaged, and it's not going well because thoughts keep leaving my head in 2 seconds because then I'm like, pee, you gotta pee, you gotta pee, you gotta pee, you gotta pee. Yeah, we love balls. Haha. Now I gotta go pee. I gotta go pee. I gotta go pee. Go piss, Piché. I know I gotta go pee. 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 I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. Now, why would you do that? That seems crazy. I gotta pee. 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 Hello. Look at the stream. All right, you know what? Pause. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna do it. I've given in. Now, don't do anything crazy while I'm gone. Please. Like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make art like that or anything like that. Don't do that. You know, I'm a little off my rocker today. Like, just a little bit off my rocker today. And I've been thinking about all day. I'm like, why am I just, like, in a weird mood? I'm, like, a little hyper. And I think it's because I woke up at 6:30 and the first thing I did was watch Kitchen Nightmares and then get ready for work. And I think that changed my whole day. Are you ever on your rocker when I play Guitar Hero? Just kidding, there was some kind of old joke in there that you guys could have pulled. Like, he's always on his rocker because he's 90 and it's his rocking chair. And he's bald. Sure, pal. I woke up, I chose evil today. I chose chaos. I woke up 6:30 in the morning, half hour earlier than usual. And I watched, like, Kitchen Nightmares, Amy's baking company. And I watched Amy from Amy's Baking Company scream and pretend to be a cat and then tell people to fuck off and that they were ugly. And that's why they didn't like her food. And that's how I started my day. That was the first thing my eyes saw when I opened them. And my ears heard. And I think that changed me. I think that changed my whole day. If we're being 100% real with each other here. It is the craziest episode of Kitchen Nightmares of all time. And if you look, there's like a video that goes into like the backstory of their restaurant and then goes into the aftermath of all of the Kitchen Nightmares stuff. And it's even crazier than you see on the show. Like, it goes into how they became infamous and why they wanted to be on Kitchen Nightmares. And it's because one person wrote a bad review on their dog shit restaurant, and immediately they exploded at them, called them ugly, called them stupid, and said, "Get the fuck out and never come back, you're wrong." And then the internet saw that and clowned on them for months. Thank you for telling me that. I didn't even notice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They did. They got deported. Her husband got deported and they moved to Israel. That's true. Because I guess he was banned from, like, 2 countries in Europe. I think one of them was Germany. And it was for, like, organized crime stuff. So a lot of people have conspiracy theories, which aren't so much conspiracy theories as they are just educated guesses that they think that it was like a front. They think they were money laundering at that restaurant. Which explains a lot of things. Yeah, I don't know if that's where he's from or if that was their choice. I don't know. I have no idea. I went to a restaurant, Little Italy, where the guy trashed all the bad reviewers online, wouldn't mess with them. He had the mafia hanging out in there. It's crazy to me to think that, first of all, that people use restaurants as their like front for things like the mafia or money laundering or that kind of thing. It's just like a funny decision to make it food. They'd be like, I'm the best damn chef in the world. Get the fuck out of here if you disagree. I'm right. But we need customers. But don't come in here and don't come back. But we need customers. And damn, do I make a good pizza. Yeah, it's one of like the toughest systems of management. Because it requires so much precision and teamwork. And I don't mean like in the actual cooking. I mean like teamwork, precision in management. There is so much to run in real time. It's like everything's a speed run and on a timer. And if you do it wrong, you can get people sick. You can get in legal trouble. Or you can just never make money again because one bad review can come out and then nobody wants to go to your damn restaurant. It could be, but that's a lot of passion projects. A Gus Fring situation. Sanitation problems are always the worst part of kitchen nightmares. They're always shocking. I still think the funniest thing I've ever seen in a Gordon Ramsay show, or at least one that made me laugh out loud, was it was in Hotel Hell, where he goes to this, I don't even know where the hotel was. It looked like a very, very old building. And he moves in and there's a very much older woman who's showing him to his room, and he's sharing a room with her technically because she keeps all her clothes in like the dresser and stuff, but that's not the funny part. The place was disgusting. And it was a mess. The funny part was he goes into the kitchen and he's Gordon Ramsay, so of course he's going to roast the kitchen and try to figure out what to do with the food. And he's in there, and there's like 12 microwaves they're running. And it's disgusting inside of there. The sanitation's terrible. And it's a bunch of like rinky-dink dudes who don't know what they're doing, cooking things. And he looks over to one of the chefs. And he's just got a pan full of water, and he's boiling a burger. And Gordon goes, "What's that right there?" And the guy turns and just goes, "That's a burger." And that's like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Was the guy just boiling a burger in the pan going, "Oh, that's a burger." I don't know why, but that's the funniest thing on earth to me was that guy. That's a burger. No, that's from Hotel Hell, I promise you. I know that clip on lockdown. I talked Stagger Knight into animating it because I loved it so much. Oh, flame boiled. Lake of Rot from Elden Ring is safer to drink than any of the food on Kitchen Nightmares. I mean, sometimes, alright, so, especially in the British show, sometimes they do pull out like a diamond in the rough. There was one lady who owned like a American Southern restaurant in England in the British show, where Gordon just went in and said, "The food's really good. You deserve better." And that was part of the episode. That was it. They just said that it was awesome. He went in expecting a nightmare because they were going out of business, and the food was actually excellent, and there was nothing really wrong. It just wasn't succeeding. People weren't using it or eating it. The restaurant. Steamed hams? No, boiled hams. Is there anything in this kitchen that wasn't microwaved? The salad chef. I also really like a clip from the British show where he's arguing with one of the It's like one of, not the sous chef, but one of like the younger chefs who's in training. And the guy just took like a bunch of potatoes and just fucking fried them or something. And he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to like boil the potatoes or do whatever. I don't remember what. Maybe oven roast them. But he just fried them and put them under a hot lamp. And Gordon sees it and he pokes them and they're all like gross and greasy and stuff. And he goes up to him and he's like, what does he say? He's like, those potatoes, are those potatoes fried? The guy's like, no. And Gordon responds with, as long as I've got a hole in my butt, big boy, those potatoes are fried! And he freaks out at him. And that's just the wildest, most British thing to say. As long as I have a hole in my butt, big boy. That's fucking whack. Why would you ever say that to a grown man? That's demoralizing. I didn't even use them. You guys pulled the same joke, and you're both right. Well, hold my butt and fry my potato. It's so good. I used to say that all the time in college. I used to go, as long as I got a hole in my butt, big boy. And then people got grossed out by it when Americans do it. They take it too literally. I've been here. What the fuck? There's an episode of Hell's Kitchen where he makes out with a contestant. Is that real? I didn't know that. Hell's Kitchen is one of those just like... It's your standard reality show. Like, it's good TV. It's kind of junk food TV. It's entertaining because it's Gordon Ramsay. But it isn't much more than that, in my opinion. It's fun. But I 100% of the time always want to watch Kitchen Nightmares over that or Hotel Hell. 100% of the time. Like, if you want, like, game show style reality show drama, you watch Hell's Kitchen. If you want crazy low sanitary standards at restaurants, if you want to see rats in kitchens, if you want to see dude drop raw chicken on the floor and then serve it to someone, if you want to see someone almost kill someone with a dead lobster, you watch Kitchen Nightmares. All of you talk about this, and I can't argue because half my country is Robin from the Teen Titans level of white, where a grain of salt on a boiled potato is spicy. Let's eat slop today, and don't put any salt in it. Maybe one squeeze of pepper if I'm feeling up to it. But just slop. Slop is good. What's fun? Whoever runs the YouTube channel for Kitchen Nightmares, that person should get a raise. Back in like 2016, 2017, 2018, they were like right in line with the internet. They were like perfect brain rot zone where it just matched all the jokes everyone liked. They were like they were on the game. I don't even know how to say that. They were on their A game. Makes you sleepy? I don't know. If I watch my own stream, I get sleepy, which says a lot about me. In that I might be a narcissist and I'm boring. Usually if I watch live streams, though, I fall asleep. Or if I'm just watching, like, a pretty long video. Like, one thing I like to go to sleep to is I'll watch Aaron Cybertron Zhang's breakdowns of different, like, successful VGC teams. Or unique VGC teams. And I'll just, like, I'll check out the team build. I'll watch the first couple battles, and I'll just fall asleep to the rest. They're so calming. I've really lost my mind today. Alright, we have a level 20 air on. This could work. I never used to think I have like a good voice for anything when I was younger. I think in my old age, I am a young man, but in my older age, I think that's changed. I think my voice has changed a lot. When I was in high school, though, I used to make content, and I used to be really upset about that. I'd be like, oh, my voice, it'll never work. It will never work. But I never really noticed until one of my coworkers mentioned to me, because I had to make videos for work, and they were like, you have a voice to do this. And I was like, hello, Mario. Thank you. Honestly, the better thing about getting older is that you don't care how it sounds. You just care about being silly. That's true. That's true. That's kind of true. You're kind of right with that one. That's kind of true. Release me. I think once you hear your own voice enough, like I've been doing YouTube things and internet things and music for a long time, so I've heard my voice a lot. Once you get used to it, you start to like hear it as not yourself anymore. You start to hear it as like the guy that you're editing today. This Chris Piché guy in my scenario. Got a face for voiceovers too. I don't know why this is my favorite bit. This bit right here where I'm like... I did that to my coworker today. I've never been desensitized enough to my own voice not to hate it, so I envied that. I think it literally can't happen unless you record yourself all the time, and you're not going to do that unless you have a reason to record yourself all the time. The reason I don't think will ever work if it's to get over my voice. The deep nasal voice? You mean Charlie? You mean Zach Hadel? You think I sound like Zach Hadel? Pim, I don't think you should do that, Pim. That seems like a bad idea. Alright, please give me Effect Spore, please. Or just keep splashing, that's fine too. Effect Spore? Effect Spore? Effect Spore, please? Why crit? Why crit? No Effect Spore, please! Please! That's a terrible start. That's about the worst start I could probably ask for. Let's go for... Wow, that did a lot. Okay, I need you to survive, though. That did way more than I needed it to. I think this one's a wash. I expected Aaron to take that a little better. Okay, we go into you. Care more about other people's voices? Well, you have to listen to them. You kind of tune out your own voice when you talk. Ah! I didn't think it was going to actually do it. Okay, she should put in Grovile here. And it's going to use Absorb. So we go into U. Liquid Ooze hurts it. It's going to go into Quick Attack or Pursuit. It's going to go into Absorb. If I can stall out Absorb, I'm in a really good spot. That's what I really need. I could also switch into Lola real quick to intimidate it somewhat. It's going to use Absorb again. I think I actually do talk less than I would if I didn't hate how my voice sounds. You just gotta not worry about it, brother. That sucks. Seeing the Pursuit is really bad every time. There's still 14 Absorbs left. That's so bad. Okay, how am I going to tank the rest of these? I could go into U. It's probably a Quick Attack. I mean, Absorb here. It could be a Pursuit here as well. I still don't think we win this just because of, just because there's still a Numal in the back. We don't have a way to get through Numal. Don't use Pursuit. Do not use Pursuit. Good. We can live another Absorb. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. I still don't think it's enough. It's probably going to go for Quick Attack here. If I had an Oranberry, I could give it to the Bug, and that would help a lot. Okay, I think we just lose now. It's going to keep using Absorb. There's 4 left, but we still lose to Numal no matter what. We've almost stalled it out, though. That's the good news. It only has 1 left. Yeah, that's the other thing with not liking your voice. There's no point in continuing to dislike your voice instead of just owning it, right? Because you're not going to change it. At least easily. I think if things were a little bit better there, we could win this. Because we got Absorb stalled out. If our team was a little thicker towards the end, if Shroomish got a little more lucky than it did, it didn't get crit, we could be in a lot better of a spot. What could help us here? I feel like Quick Claw on you doesn't help. I almost want to go Protein. I'm going to give it to Marshtomp, and I'm going to give a Quick Claw to Lola in case it needs to do some damage to Grovyle. How do we stall out Ember? We don't have to. We're not using Shedinja anymore. An area to practice? To practice what? Oh, singing? Like trees? Just go to an empty street. Just go to a fucking alleyway. I didn't even mean to do that. There's nothing you can do about your voice. You just work with what you got. You take the hits, roll with the punches. Splash is huge. No crits, please. Effect Spore, please, would be really nice. We outspeed now. Yes. 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 Okay. I'm going to keep Drumish in because it's not going to stay asleep. I'd like it to happen again. Big. Okay, we're going to go into Sakona. If Drumish can be alive for Grovyle, that's really big. Because we know it'll Pursuit or Quick Attack against Drumish. This could be it. This could be the one. 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 Melts your lungs at 12 a.m. on a Monday morning? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. We've all been there. Alright, we go into Rayquaza. Let's use Intimidate to our advantage. Don't Pursuit. Good. Go back into Rayquaza. Back into Lola. Don't use Pursuit. Good. Keep going. Keep going. That sucks, but it is what it is. Keep going. Damn it! Okay, we're still okay, though. We're still okay. We know it's going to use Absorb. Let's go into Drumish. Release me, I'm sorry. Let's let it use Pursuit and see if we can get Effect Spore. Not one? That's fine, we got lucky. Already. We can go into the Bug. Waste an Absorb. No Pursuit, please. Damn it. No items. No items. Constrict, no items. You can use held items, but no items. We live that. That sucks! Okay, it might go for Quick Attack on the Bug now, moving forward, because it can see the kill. Which means we can get rid of 4 more Absorbs. Why did you go for Pursuit? What the fuck? Okay, I think we're going to lose still. I think we still lose. It has 5 left. Unless Aeron can pull this off when it runs out of Absorb. But I don't think it can. That's... there's 1 left. If we can live 1 Absorb, we're maybe okay. Oh, we might have this. Don't crit me. Don't crit me. Don't crit me. We're faster. Let's go, Aeron. Let's go, Aeron. Let's go, baby. Okay, 1 more. 1 more. What do we do? We know it has Tackle, Growl, Ember. I don't know if it has anything else. I don't think it does. I think it has, like, Mud Sport. Why is it named me? Because someone in chat asked me to name it me. They said, can you name it after me? And I did. No burn, please. We just have to make do. All we can do is Constrict here. And pray. Come on, Marshtomp. Come on, Marshtomp. Come on. No. Oh my god, if we had an oranberry. If we had one fucking oranberry. God damn it. Chris is suffering, Piché. We can pull this off. We can do this. What if we get one level? What if we just get one damned level on something? Like Marshtomp. What if we level up Marshtomp and Mighty Anna once? Then what? Then what does May do? May loses. Couldn't be more simple. Take this off. You beat May yet? We just lost within like one Constrict. We just needed Constrict to land one time. You do not need to be doing all this? Too bad I'm doing it. It's too bad. Whoops. That is a lot of messages. I won't lie to you. Why am I using you in the front? That's stupid. That's dumb. That's foolish. Matter of fact, I should just be using Marshtomp. Why do I even have an experience share on it? Matter of fact, smarter decision. Pull this down. Put this on Marshtomp. Put this on the Mighty Anna. 2 birds, 1 stone. Wow, that does not do much damage. Nah, it's level 19. Here to watch you bald. I don't feel stressed because of this. So I won't go bald, but I might die of old age before this is complete. The only problem with this fight is everything counters Shedinja. That's the only problem with this fight. If everything didn't counter Shedinja, we would be in a much better position. Shedinja is useful. It is very useful. In competitive, if you're thinking about VGC competitive, I can't speak for it on singles, but in doubles, it gets better with a higher power format. Because everyone's kind of using the same things, and they're not all really good against Shedinja. Oh, Foresight could have had a good PP, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we got one more level on 2 Mons. That could be big. I hate how I can't use Torrent and I can't use Rockhead. Not you. You. Swap for you. Once we get to the daycare, this is going to get a lot better too. This is going to feel a lot less like a drag. Let's take this off of you. Let's go Quick Claw on you for funsies. Unless there is something with a higher attack stat, but I don't think there is. No. Might as well put the XP share back on Aaron. I mean, we could. Yeah, why not? It's close to leveling up. I almost want it on Droomish, but Droomish is guaranteed to die pretty quick. Okay. I wish King's Rock would do something, to be honest with you. Whoops. Give it another shot. I need luck with the Droomish here, though. Luck is really big with Droomish right now. That kind of defines the whole thing. Like, right there, that was huge. But sleep isn't the best thing that we can get. Paralysis is the best thing. It do, but it's probably going to die up front here. If we're being realistic and honest with ourselves. So it's not really going to make use of it unless we get really lucky. Which I hope we do. Right here? Nope, no, we get really unlucky, actually. Matter of fact. I think we're not winning this one. I don't think we break through Numal in this one. Yeah, no, there's no hope. There is zero hope. At least Aaron leveled up and it learned Roar, which is more useful than Iron Defense in this run. Using Maze Mons, I'd really like the whiteout counter to not go higher if it doesn't have to. That's the only thing. One of the main issues is we need Absorb to be stalled out because it gains HP faster than we can lower HP. And that's really hard to do when it has 20 of them, and it's only going to use them against 2 of our mons here. Or 3, I guess, technically. But we can't really switch in with Pursuit. So it's like a gamble every time we switch. We know when it's going to use Absorb, but we don't know when it's going to use Pursuit. Like right there, which is so bad. Sleep is good. It's better than... Like, poison is the worst thing that can happen. No, we don't have any access to pressure right now. We also just lose this now. This is over. We can keep lowering its attack stat, I guess. We might as well try. Except it's just using Pursuit. Mad Floof, have a good rest of your night. Okay, maybe we take 1 HP of damage. We do. Let's get in. Never mind. I should have just switched, but whatever. I don't think we live 7 absorbs. It's such a teeny little mouth. I didn't even realize it has a mouth. I never really think about it because it's like invisible. We can live 2 absorbs, but then we lose the pneumal. How about any mon that is para on contact? The only one? Well, good question, actually. Because we could go for like Electrike, right? Does Electrike have static? Does Electrike get access to static? Static might be more useful than Effect Spore, to be honest with you. Pikachu, for example. We can't get a Pikachu right now. I don't want to have to grind again. I really want to beat May tonight. We can't get a Pikachu until the Safari Zone, which is way too late in the game. I need to check something really quick. I need to check 2 things. Shroomish doesn't evolve until level 23, but we could get a Breloom, which then resists rollout, which is really big. That actually would be huge. Having a resistance to rollout and a possible effect spore chance is really nice. What level does Tentacool evolve? Probably not until a little later than that. 30, yeah, we're not evolving that. We can't get an Electrode till we go to Fortree. I vote this. This is my vote. My vote is let's get a Breloom really quick. I think Breloom ups our odds a lot because it resists rollout and lasts longer. So let's go... Let's just grab one of these. Let's grab 2 of these. Fuck it. In and out. 5-minute Breloom. If we get rare candies, that is the case. That's 100% the case. We'll bring this in the back just in case. And let's get that experience share back just in case. Wait, can you move items in Sapphire? You can't. God damn it. This was before they added the move item option. What are we doing? It does get an attack boost. This is true. But that's not going to help us too much with Constrict. It'll help a little bit. I think Breloom might be the way. I see the vision. It might be the way. Happy 5 a.m. from Europe. Congratulations, Europe. Welcome to the end game, Avengers. The bald item option. You didn't have to, but you did. Let's just go Wonder Guard. I hope we get rare candies. Look at how strong Smokey is, by the way. It's fucking level 30. From all the leveling up we've had to do. That's stupid. That's so dumb how high of a level Sheninja is now. you were an organ, you'd be a lung. Why is that? I do want to level 69 up once we get to the daycare. I would really like that. I'd like to use 69 for some stuff. Just to have it around. But we can't use it right now. It's not going to be useful in this battle. Where would it be useful? I mean, it gets stabbed. That's about it. I don't know if we... it can be a HM slave. I also really don't want to evolve it. Belly drum constrict. You can't use belly drum, unfortunately. That would go crazy. It doesn't really have anything going for it besides pickup, which helps us a lot right now. But it is funny. He'd be an appendix because he's full of bacteria. Could explode at any moment. Alright, I may be full of bacteria, and maybe I could explode at any moment. But what was the third thing you said? It's a Simpsons joke. Give me a pickup item, please. Mario Mon is going to return on Thursday. We're going to do it on speed up because now it's not blind. And I think I want to try something other than PD Piranha. I'm kind of leaning towards the... Part of me was leaning towards the blooper. But also, we do get a guaranteed water poison type if we play correct. And it's a really, really, really good Mon when it evolves. So I kind of want to try Bob-omb. I want to see how well Bob-omb could do, especially because you don't get access to a lot of fire types till later on. As far as I can tell anyways. I do need the ant again. If I don't get the ant, I'm going to be sad. We didn't have Goombas before, though. Koopa was really useful, but I wonder how good the Goombas plus Goomba stack would be. The Mara Eel, we got that in the last run. The problem with it is it's slow. It's a guaranteed grab if you have a Super Rod. And you have the Bonefish. Which we can do. You get an early fire type. Is it the dinosaur? Because the dinosaur is kind of a glass cannon. Who wins? Lotad stack. Goomba stack and Mario can get jumped on and they would die one after the other. Lotad stack, canonically, has never died. Never. When have you seen a Lotad stack die? Never. That's when. Can I please get some rare candies? 6ix9ine, it's your time to shine, please. What kind of game is this? It's Pokemon, but everything is Mario, and it plays like a Mario game, but the engine is Pokemon because it's a ROM hack. And it's really good. It's really good. The dev team did wonderful on it. It's a gorgeous game. It plays well. There are some bugs, but they're working on fixing the bugs, so I have no issue with that. It's funny. It's fully done. Like, you can play through the whole game up through the champion. And maybe more. I don't know. I haven't seen. There's over 100 new Mons, I think. It's really well done. Potaboo. Wait, how do you get Potaboo? That would be crazy to have early. If it evolves early enough, that would be fucking insane. That's such a good Mon. Because then you can get Blarg. Some of the dialogue is kind of cringe, but that's what you get when you cross fandoms like that. I mean, I don't think it's like far off from what you would get in a Mario game, to be 100% real with you. Headbutt has more PP than Leech Seed. Potaboo! Sold by a toad in a Poke Center. So this is just a random toad that I missed? There's just a random toad out there that I never talked to, and I could have got this Potaboo. I could catch a Zigzagoon for an Oranberry, but it would be a complete gamble. The other one, Blarg. Blarg is like the big fire enemy in Super Mario World that comes out of the lava in Yoshi's Island. It's called Blarg. It's a Pokécenter Magikarp. I had no idea. That's its official name. That's what they called it. They called it Blarg. Like Blarg. I can't believe we lost our run to a Pyoro, by the way. Technically, that's not what caused us to lose. I mean, officially it is because it's the last Pokemon we fought, or Mariomon, that killed us last capture. Really, it was the Destiny Bond that caused us to lose the run in the Peach battle. But we really lost at Pyoro. White Crow posted a video like the day after you wiped and it was Mariomon. That's how you found out. Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Why couldn't he have been faster? Why couldn't he have uploaded it before it was out? Like Alpha Rad. That was brutal. That wrecked me. It literally just blew up the whole run. That one move. The sad thing is, if Yube was faster, it wouldn't have mattered. If we outsped, it would not have mattered. We would have just won. Yeah, unbelievable. These days, everyone's just copying me. Next, you're going to see all the streamers do Constrict only. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. Shocking, even. What's tough is the Mariomon Nuzlocke scene is already going to be saturated to hell because, what's his name? Captain something. The guy with the Squirtle with the hat. He got to do the first one. You can get a Potaboo gift in Cloud Cap. And you can get on top of that one building in New Donk by talking to someone in the city. So there's 2 Potaboos? You can get 2 Potaboos. I mean, I don't think that's allowed in a Nuzlocke, right? But you can get one or the other. No. Then what do you mean? Oh, you're just saying you can get on top of the building. Everyone would like to stream. What's the item? We found the leftovers in New Donk. What he means is you can't read. Okay, sometimes I kind of have to reinterpret the chat because there's misspellings in the chat and then I have to figure it out. You sound like nonsense words. See what I mean? I'm right. I'm always right. I'm the guy who's always right. I'm always right. I'm always right. You can always trust me. You could, good faith. Good faith. Good faith. Good faith. I would never lie. You don't know what's in it? You're always wrong. Chris, learn how to read typos. I need to learn how to read Braille so I can understand what's on all the rocks in the game. It's pretty much only been grinding. We've lost to May 8 times now. And we've had to change our strategy a couple times. So it has pretty much been all grinding for this whole stream. You learn how to read in general. I just read that. What do you mean? Like a Google Translate times 10. I took English, AP English in high school. And I got an A. And on my final project, I did nothing in a group project that was 2 people. So my partner did all the work. And I knew I didn't have to Because I was the only boy in the class, and my teacher was a little sexist. So I said, if I don't do anything, and then I say I did something, she's going to feel bad for me and say, that's okay. Sweet, sweet boy. On the P? Ancient Sumerian. You're damn right I do. You took AP in public. That hurt me. We got a rare candy right when we didn't need it. Okay. Who do we give this to? Who do we give the rare candy to? Needs to learn Swedish. I used to know how to say swears in Swedish. I feel like we're so close to beating May with this team. Save the candies for Aaron? For what reason? I don't think we're going to take Agron to the end. The depths of Toadtown sewers? I'm assuming that there's a legendary in there and no encounters, and that's why we didn't do it. Because there's no point in exploring in a Nuzlocke when it doesn't reward you. However, comma, if we're careful in our next run, we can get legendaries if we want them. Aaron is my cousin. You'd really appreciate it. My dad said no. Today was my 365-day streak on Duolingo for Swedish. I still speak like a child. I feel like Duolingo, a lot of people use Duolingo and they're like, dude, I'm basically fluent now. And all of them speak like 4-year-olds in the language they're trying to learn. And I don't think it's Duolingo's fault. I think it's just hard to learn language. Aaron said it's their turn on the Xbox. Okay, let's give it another shot. We're going to do the same luck strat. But now we're a fighting type. Don't use water gun, or I'll kill you. I'll just kill you outright. I'll just kill you if you use water gun. I'll just do it. I'll kill you. I'll kill you for that, brother. Do you want to die? Hooray! It worked. Numal. Wait, this is better. Let's go into Sakona and try to do some things. That was not what I wanted. That was not the things that I wanted. That was unlucky. That is so bad. That is so incredibly bad. Okay, we're going to go into you. Then we're going to switch into you. And then we're going to switch into you. We lose. Because of that burn, we lose. Wilmer does have rollout. Wilmer has rollout. I think water sport. No, it has growl, rollout. Dude. Well, I guess we just lose. We just. How come I can't do that with effect spore, man? What the freak? As long as you don't rely on Duolingo as a primary language learning resource, I agree. Aren't you used to this? I did do a run where I'm permanently burned. I guess what is big about Droomish, right, is that it has to use quick attack against Droomish. Wait, no, that's really big. Hold on. Hold. That's really big news. Hold. If it can only use quick attack, are we gonna win? We win! Huh? With 3 burns? I'm so surprised about that. I'm like, I don't even like feel the excitement. I feel confusion. Why? I know Breloom got rid of the Whalmer, which gave us another body. Breloom was actually just the solution. Because Breloom just had a fighting type, which stopped Pursuit. Which was like the whole problem. It was Pursuit and Absorb. And it can't use either of those against Droomish. That was the whole thing. Yeah, but Aaron wasn't the solution. Aaron didn't solve the problem. Aaron just died. It got us close, but it wasn't the solution. The solution was Breloom that whole time. Let's go. He was the solution. He was not the solution. He was not the solution. Like, I wish he was the solution. He was not the solution. Does this thing have Astonish? No. No, I think they can't attack Shedinja with anything. Oh, never mind. No, I was so wrong. I was incredibly wrong. Maybe the real Breloom was the Constricts we made along the way. That's very true. It could be the case. You know what? I think we just get to Mauville and we call it for the night. Because that's what I wanted to do. In my brain, I was like, finally, we did one thing. Now we can actually play the game. And then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my god, it's almost midnight. Which is so sad. That took 3.5 hours. Be sure to put a picture of Goku somewhere in the video. Ask and you shall not receive. Unless Shao sees that, in which case it might happen because Shao really likes Goku. Could happen. This isn't the Game Corner expansion. This is Sapphire. I hate to say it. I hate to disappoint. We did succeed. We did succeed. Oh, it's 100% going to be Shao. Hello, Shao. Everyone say hi, Shao. Everyone go hi, Shao. And then he'll find a reason to edit himself into the video. And he will do it. And he'll say hi, chat. Hello, Mario. Oh, I should have picked up a harbor mail. Then I could go gambling. My bag is full of what? Of garbage. I don't want to sell this stuff though, because I might just lose some battles. The Charlie voice. That's the Hello Mario voice. Alright, let's end it on a strong note. Let's talk to the guy in the chair. Let's talk to the giddy guy. I'm giddy. I have a scintillating story for you. Would you like to hear my story? Absolutely. System is so exciting, don't you agree? No. Also, I was thinking, Ninjask is so sunny, don't you agree? Yes. Making is so pretty, don't you agree? No. No, wrong word. Television is so amusing, don't you agree? Television sucks in the year 2025. Letter is so sunny, don't you agree? Yes. Secret bases are so wonderful, can't you feel the excitement? Yes. Bye-bye. Sweet. Which one has the bug? Hello, Shao. He's a little saucy. Hello, Mario. What do these amount to? The giddy guy? I don't think they do anything. I think they're for, like, mixing records. That's it. You can, like, swap out the guy and then find something on the TV or something like that. It's because of the word Celebi. Can you even get Celebi? First of all, ow, my wrist. Can you get Celebi in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald? And second of all, well, I guess you could with the Japanese Coliseum, right? Second of all, don't you have to have a Celebi to trigger that? Shao is not in my basement. I'm in Shao's basement. Don't you understand? All the funds go to Shao. That's how the stream works. I caught a little bit of it. It sounds cool. I saw it in the corner of my little itty bitty eyeball on its way up in chat. Ugh. That was a lot of brain power. Alright, fellas. We'll be back Thursday. We're going to do more Mario Mon. You could now play as Luigi. I thought it said it was in progress. It wasn't out yet. I don't want to play as Luigi. Luigi fucked me up twice. You go swimming? Do you only go in the shallow end? In Colorado, that's the case. It's actually real. That was a real thing. Anyways, we'll be back Thursday. I'll keep you guys updated on what's happening with the changes to the hack. With the updated version that'll be based on gambling, the entire game, the whole playthrough, the whole run. You can actually change different things about it, so you don't have to do a Nuzlocke if you don't want to, and that kind of thing. And Thursday we'll do Mario Mon, and Friday we will be doing Shuckle Friday, baby. That's what we'll be doing. But that's it. So, bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. No, nobody knows what that means. Because Shao and I were at a party with a pool. And Shao went in the water and I didn't. Instead, I gave him a suck on his nipple, and that's real. That's a real thing that happened. That's real. That's not a joke. I hope you enjoy the concert. I need sleep. There's a lot of drinking. What's a man supposed to do? Not do that? What are you, crazy? Ruined my own state for me. You ruined my zen. I was so zen and then you said that, and now my whole week is gonna be a nightmare. I won't sleep tonight now. I hope you enjoy your concert Friday then. I can't wait to put on something that's really long and fall asleep to it. Oh, like the Chrispiche stream. Oh, now that's something I could fall asleep to. Go to bed. But I know if I lie down, I'm just gonna be thinking about foot-long Doritos nachos. And not so much that I want foot-long Doritos nachos. But why? Who came up with foot-long Doritos nachos? Who conceptualized the foot-long Doritos nachos? Who at Subway said, let's make nachos? And is a foot-long nachos a lot of nachos? It looks kind of thin. What long-ass chip. Speaking of, there's a chip and dip contest in my work Thursday, and someone signed me up, but didn't write anything in for me. Because they just want me to participate. What should I make? What's a what's a wacky... When we did a chili contest, I made ice cream that was chili flavored. With a little chocolate. What's a weird thing I could do for a dip contest, man? I'm like, oh, I'll just bring in a tin of chewing tobacco dip. But that'll just get me fired. Shadows over loathing. Perhaps. Jello dip. What do you dip in Jello? My hand. Skillet cookie dip. That is an idea. I can hit this button whenever I want. Look, I have all the power. You may think it's a democracy with all the voting we do. But this is a dictatorship. Use the power. 7-layer dip, but all the layers are 7-Up. All the layers are different fruit by the foots. All right, I'm gonna think about that. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. You're damn right. Bye bye.